Yeah, but because it worked for me and Handsome Kevin yesterday. That's why.
It did work, yeah.
I don't
All right.
understand.
It's all right. Double T, excuse me, sneaky with that button. Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
No, it's time to go, man. Time to go live.
right. Time to go live.
We're live.
It's all the way live.
Oh man, that could have been dangerous.
Was the first time you heard that song during the old ECW syndicated show?
Probably.
There were a lot of songs they used to play that like still stick with me. Like when they used to play No Diggity. They used to play No Diggity. They used to play Who's That Creeping in My Window? Pow. Nobody now.
Did you when you sang it, did you sing No Dickety and slap your friends in the crank?
No.
No, that was a regional thing then.
Has to have been.
Apparently in two.
Yeah, so I listened to last week.
Oh,
did
boy. Good job.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
Old Squinty.
Love to get your opinion on this.
I think that
A lot of weird, like,
Oh,
you know,
there he is.
a lot of weird Midwestern stuff, like not just like wrestling stuff, just like you go in the bathroom and someone has their pants down at the urinal, like you talk to them. Like that's weird. That's just a weird. Like I think that transcends wrestling. That's just a weird thing to do, and I think it's because he's from like the fucking. Yeah, I think because he's from the fucking middle of nowhere.
I don't know if that's it, man.
No, he's definitely a weird bird, that kid.
Yeah, Reginald, he was a fucking weird dude.
Reginald Fairfield.
I honestly don't know who said he looked like the Macho Man.
Zombie Macho Man.
Yeah, especially if you see him in his trunks. You see it.
What, he puts a bunch of stars on his drawers, or
He's got like the danglies. He's got the danglies.
the danglies? I
He's
don't
got the
remember Macho
danglies.
Man having the danglies on his.
Oh, he's got the danglies all over his fucking trunks, man.
All right. You know what? Long
Why
time.
does dangly sound like a condition? Got a bad
Danglies?
case of the danglies.
It could be.
Well, we are talking about the guy that drops his drawers down to his ankles to take a piss in the men's room.
It's just a weird like thing like that. Like Handsome Kevin's like, you ever say no dickety and punch someone in the ball? Like that's just weird.
No, we used to ask people if they want a bag of chips and then just hit them in the nut.
To me, it was always like it was this thing.
No. How is that like better? You got a bag of chips? Kapow in the dick.
No, because we say stuff like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get some fish and chips," and just hit him in the dick.
Oh, some fish.
Wasn't
and
it always like this? Like you go like that? And
Well,
then,
yeah,
like,
that's the thing that Zicky Dice does. But you got to have it below your waist if somebody looks
Yeah,
at it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
chip 'em. Yeah,
Follow
Y'all
was
look
a
like
big
you-
proponent of that.
fling him in the dick.
Go like this.
No, it's some
No,
nasty
now you
Midwest
still-
shit you're doing.
Jesus Christ.
Keep that shit over there. Are you west of the
I'm
Mississippi?
bringing it with me. I'm
you- are
bringing
you-
it with me.
Are you west
No.
of the Mississippi, H guy?
No, I'm east of it.
You're east of it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
keep that shit easter to the Mississippi.
Easter, huh? All right. If
Well,
it's not to the
still-
left, look more lefter.
He'd still
Yeah.
be to the west of us though, so keep it in the west.
Yeah, keep it wester to the Mississippi.
Keep it western of New Jersey, but on the east side of the Mississippi.
There you go.
I'm fine right where I am.
Are you?
Yeah, are
Yeah.
you really?
Yeah, great.
All right. Well, we
that
got a
shit out there.
fun, jam-packed, exciting show for you. We got NXT BattleGround to talk about. Handsome Kevin is annoyed with Ricochet. I am annoyed with AEW, and we have Lord Crewe joining us shortly. So it's all here next. What is this? Episode 693?
Sure.
Yes, I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Do you have the open?
Yeah, I'm just deciding which one to put.
Yeah,
in
you
there.
left me with the clothes. And I'm pretty sure I played an old clothes last week.
What else is new? I'm
Oh,
so
that's
glad I
not
put
very-
everything. I'm so
It
glad
was-
I put everything
no,
on the Google Drive. Just
I
for
took it
you.
out of the Google Drive, you son of a bitch, and the latest one is February, and I don't think
No,
it's
it's
right.
not. The latest one should be June or at least
Let me look
May.
Let me look in the Google while we start this.
People are
disaster
walking
of a
away
show.
already.
No, people are staying.
I don't know about that.
No dickety.
Let's see. Shared.
It's entertainment here.
Here, right here, not over there.
Here.
Oh, here. Here.
Let's see.
Stop that.
I didn't do it.
No,
You didn't do it.
You shouldn't do that.
Dude, I
Are you
say
gonna
that
hit the
way too
thing?
much. Well, I mean, back after this.
No, the intro, you fucking wizard.
All that and next. Coming up next on the next
Oh.
episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, episode
May.
693. Yeah,
May
whatever.
is the latest one.
Yeah. All right. see
Back
you
after
later.
this.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
You are watching The Shining Wizard. Wrestling Podcast. Mwah.
You are tuned in live to episode 693 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, coming to you live on social media, going with you wherever you go on each and every one of those streaming and podcasting platforms. We are rip-roaring rocking towards 700. Let's get into the wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Crisscross applesauce, Tony.
Handsome Kevin.
KJG.
My boys, my boys.
My boy.
Getting closer every week.
My boy.
Yeah, closer to 700, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty
That's
crazy,
exciting.
isn't it? Yeah.
Now, I see our guest is here, but he's eating. Do we want to bring him in anyway? Are
We
you
should
good to
probably
go?
find
Lord
out
Crewe?
what what's
He's
he
good to
eating.
go. I'll tell you what, this interview might not last long if he's eating that fucking nasty Skyline chili from Cincinnati. Bring him in. Bring him in. Let's talk
All
about
right,
this
I got him.
disgusting fucking
All right,
chili over
so that's how we're
spaghetti.
going to start this thing. That's how we're going to start this.
Well, look.
Fucking Skyline chili slander right off the gate. Actually, I'm
It's-
eating hard-boiled eggs though, so it's not that.
You know what? I would take a hard-boiled egg over a Skyline chili any day.
I'll take Skyline chili over a hard-boiled egg, like poured over top of it.
That's disgusting. You go to Cincinnati, you go to catch a baseball game. All they do is talk about the chili, and then you get it, and it's just fucking spaghetti with chili on top of it.
That's awesome.
I actually went to a diner that I'd never been to the other day, and they had omelets with the chili and cheese on it, and it was fantastic.
That sounds really good, not going to lie.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
does
it was
sound
pretty.
good, Matt.
It was pretty damn good.
I can't get behind the spaghetti thing.
Well, that sounds
Well-
like a you problem.
In fairness, Mr. Crewe, this is the guy that doesn't put on deodorant after he takes a shower.
Don't fucking start with this shit. No.
It's a little early, Tony. It's a little early.
It's okay.
Well,
We're
listen, he
going
wants to
there.
get out the gate, start attacking the guest. I gotta help the brother out.
So
I wasn't gonna come on here and be like, "Oh, that Skyline chili is
yeah.
fantastic."
there's one thing I do want to comment on because I kind of heard you guys talking about the different names you have or little phrases you use to tap someone in the balls.
All right.
So what we used to do when we were growing up, we used to go up to our friends and go, "Hey, did you hear I got a new job at the airport?" And they're like, "Oh, that's cool. What are you doing? Checking bags." Pop 'em in the nuts. Yeah.
Checking bags is amazing.
I think we got the name of the episode.
Yeah,
Checking bags.
Good call, HK.
Yes.
Get the dry erase board.
Well, we're joined by Lord Crewe. Someone question: how did you become a lord?
That's a good question. You might want to ask my original trainer. Because
It wasn't Lance Storm, was it?
no, it was not. It was a fellow by the name of Roger Ruffin here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he's real. He likes throwing just wild gimmicks at people just to see if they can get it over. So at the time that I was training is when Game of Thrones was real, real hot. So he wanted some like medieval flair on his show, and I was the poor bastard that got stuck with that. And needless to say, I didn't get it over, but the name kind of stuck. So here we are.
I mean, you have the beard. I see it. I've seen you wrestle. You take off the shirt, you're in fit. You could pass for a lord, like a lord of badasses.
Lord of badassery, sure. We'll go with it.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't get away with it. I couldn't call myself fucking Lord Double T.
Lord Fat Ass.
Lord Fat Ass.
Fucking you motherfuckers.
That's an interesting kind of philosophy or strategy or test for a wrestling coach. I've never heard that before. I'm just gonna give you something totally shitty and absolutely see if, because we always hear the lore of the Red Rooster. Terry Taylor didn't give enough of a fuck about the Red Rooster, but to actually strategically, purposely plan for you to just try to get over a gimmick that you're not into. That's pretty unique.
I mean, I went all out with it. I spent a shit ton of money on gear to present it well and everything, but it wasn't something that I connected with, and I did it because I wanted to get onto shows and start having matches. So I kind of was just yeah, dude, whatever. But I got away from it as quickly as I possibly could.
Did you talk with a real thick fake accent?
No, I just kind of made my voice more guttural.
Gotcha. So not that committed then. You didn't do an accent.
I didn't. No. Yeah, I guess I wasn't too committed to the bit.
Take it easy, Terry Taylor.
Well, Lord Crewe, fresh off the Champion Carnival and his trip to Japan, can you tell us a little bit about how that comes about? Because if you're familiar with Lord Crewe and his career, a lot of stuff in the Midwest, a couple shots with GCW, AEW, but for the most part, you're a Midwestern guy. How did you get the opportunity to go over to Japan and take place in one of the most prestigious wrestling tournaments?
So, years ago, I was doing the championship wrestling from Atlanta tapings down in Georgia. Zicky Dice got me kind of hooked up with that. And that's ran by Dave Marquez, who is the promoter of championship wrestling from Hollywood. So after I did a few of those shots in Atlanta, he started bringing me out to LA to do the Hollywood tapings. And, I've been working with him pretty consistently since. So it was actually Dave who facilitated or got me into contact with All Japan's office, and kind of just went from there.
I mean, that's a hell of a debut, the Champion Carnival. It's All Japan's version of the
G1,
of the G1, and back in the mid '90s, I mean, Doc, Hansen, Kobayashi, Masao. I mean, it's a who's who have taken place in the tournament. So for you to be able to debut in All Japan in this tournament, what did that mean to you?
It had a lot. There was a lot of pressure involved in that. It's one of those things where that's something that a lot of wrestlers dream of. Excuse me, is the opportunity to get over and wrestle in Japan, but then to get thrown right into the fire of a tournament of that caliber, it's kind of sink or swim. So, you only get one shot at a first impression. So I did everything I could to make a good impression. I've talked about it publicly now, but I kind of hid this for a little while. I actually got hurt on the first day of the tour. I tore my pec on the first day of the tour. Christ. And I wrestled the remainder of the tournament with a torn pec. So that kind of sucked because it's a partial. It's not a full complete tear. So I don't think I'm going to do the whole surgery deal. But so that was fun. Having to fight through a torn pec. So doing all of that with a torn pec and still trying to give it my damnedest to, make a good impression there and to give the fans something to, remember me by. Yeah, there was a lot of pressure in that for sure.
What's the culture shock for you going from Cincinnati to Japan?
Oh God. It was a huge culture shock, but in the best way possible. I thoroughly enjoyed my time over there. The people over there are super polite. Unlike here in the United States, people actually seem to care about each other and try to not. It's like they go out of their way to not inconvenience other people, which coming back here, it really made me pay more attention to just how big of assholes Americans are. Like just little stuff. Like if you're on if you're on a train, like you don't take phone calls. Like people would think you're the biggest jerk on planet Earth if you took a phone call on the train. But here, people don't mind having full-fledged arguments with people, like cussing people out on their phone in public and stuff. And I mean, just little stuff like that. People over there seem to be very mindful of others, and everything's super clean. Like, no one litters over there. So you could walk around this giant populated city and there's not trash anywhere, which, not used to that here. But the culture shock was crazy, but I feel like I adapted to it pretty fast, and I really enjoyed it over there. It's pretty damn cool.
Now, I know there's no Skyline chili in Japan, but I have it on good authority that the raw horse meat is fantastic. Did you have the opportunity to try that?
I had it like 4 times. That shit ruled. Ah! Yeah. That was on my list of things to try when I got over there. And when we did the Osaka loop, we had this restaurant that was like right next door to the hotel, and me and a couple guys went over there to grab dinner. And when I was looking through, because it was like a Korean barbecue type deal, so like when I was going, you do a lot of your ordering over there on like iPads. Okay. So like there's like a tablet at the table and you just order everything from that, and then like robots bring it to your table and shit. It's wild. So I was like looking through it and I saw the horse sashimi. So I was like, all right, it's here. So I'm going to get it. At first I wasn't too sure how I felt about it, but then like I tried it with a little bit of horseradish on it and some raw onion, and that was damn good. So I ordered it a few more times during the trip.
Sweet. So it's hard not to notice the Macho Man Randy Savage Wolfpack banner in the back. Now, is that more of a Macho Man thing, or were you more Wolfpack than black and white?
No, so that was actually, I got that in a White Elephant gift exchange. I know that sounds real weird, but one year for WrestleMania, my friends decided that they were going to do like a little get together, and everybody had to bring like a wrestling themed gift. And as soon as that got opened, I was like, yeah, that's going home with me. I don't care who I have to fight to take it home. That's going home with me. So, no, I was actually more of a NWO white and black fan as a kid. Razor Ramon Scott Hall is my favorite wrestler of all time. So I was immediately drawn to the white and black when all that took off. And then, but I was also a big Macho Man fan as well. So, it also
now I do have to ask now, the White Elephant, if someone what was the wrestling gift you brought for everybody?
So I had this really weird, like, have you seen those old, like, it's like a flat piece of wood that has like a photo, like almost like I don't know
into it.
Yeah, so like it is an old clock, but it was a Hulk Hogan clock where he had the powder blue tights.
That's awesome. Oh, wow.
And I don't even remember how I came into it, but I brought that for the gift exchange, and my one buddy kind of had a similar reaction that I had to that flag, because he uses it to do a little bit of this, like spread some stuff and do a little bit of that. So that's what that turned into. Yeah. So.
Dude.
Brother.
And he still, we did that exchange probably damn near 10 years ago, and he still has that sitting on his coffee table and uses it damn near daily. So glad it went to good use.
All right, so one more quick random question before we get back to business. What's above it? Are those retro figure? Are those figures or are those 8x10s?
No, those are figures. Some of them are retro, some of them are a little more modern. I have like an old Superstars Gold Dust up there, an autographed Shawn Michaels. I have
we're done
Chris
here.
Benoit Deluxe Aggression.
That's ironic. That was
I know, right? I actually picked that up from a KB Toys like after the incident, and it was on clearance.
No.
And I've held on to it ever since.
Are you a big collector?
Not really. I'm more so just like I collect stuff that I like. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that I personally think is cool, then I'll grab it, but I don't just buy shit for the sake of buying it.
So did you lose a bet to own the HBK thing, or what's the story there?
Actually, I don't remember how I came into that. You're not a Shawn Michaels fan.
I'm a Bret Hart guy.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm not doing good with Lord Crewe here. I set this up, but man, I went right after him for this is 2 weeks in a row. I really fucked with Rumpelstiltskin Maxwell last week, and now I'm messing with Lord Crewe here. I'm sorry, Mr. Crewe. We're just having fun.
Hey man, shit happens, you know.
Were you
can't see eye to eye on everything?
What the opportunity to do the Champion Carnival was huge for you, and then you get to work Korakuen Hall. What was that experience like? And for those people who aren't familiar with Korakuen Hall, it is like 6 stories up, like in a building. It's not like this majestic like hall in the middle of Japan.
So I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that it was like upstairs. Okay. Like I said, for me, Japan was always the goal. Like I'd always said to myself that if I could go do a tour of Japan, that if God forbid something happened to me after that and wrestling got taken away from me, I would feel like I accomplished what I set out to do. So for years, the background of my phone was a photo of Korakuen Hall as like kind of a mobile vision board to like remind myself of where I want to be, where I want to end up. And like the days that I wanted to skip the gym because I was being a lazy ass, I would look at that and like, yeah, all right, if you want to get there, go do the work. So to debut there was super, super cool. When I arrived, and for those of you who don't know, it sits right next door to the Tokyo Dome. So like, as we pulled up to it, I could see the dome, and then we pulled into this like back little parking lot and parked. And then we got on an elevator. And like you said, we go up several floors. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? So then we get off on the locker room level. I put my bags down and stuff. And I'm like, how do I get to like where the ring is? And follow me. So I go up, and then when I walked out into the area where where everything happens, it's something that you've seen 1,000 times in pictures, videos, and all that shit over the years. But then to really just see it, it's like kind of a holy shit moment. Like, all right, I'm here now. Like this thing that I've dreamed of is my real life in this moment. So like, they didn't have the ring set up yet. So this is kind of a cool thing that I feel like you don't really think about it unless you see it. So there's the middle of the room where the ring is normally set up. The floor is a different color because of there's always been a ring sitting there. And around that, it's like much darker and dirtier just from people walking around it forever. So there's literally a lighter square in the middle of the floor because that's where the ring always sits. So, so standing there, I'm looking around the room and I'm just picturing in my head, like Brody up in the orange seats, like fighting around, and just thinking of all the different matches that I've seen happen in that venue. And then it really kind of hit me this is a thing now. This is, I'm going to be a part of that. So, we did a 10-bell salute to Akebono at the beginning of the night, because that was the first show that they had done after he passed away. So when I came out for that was a little different because it was a more somber, like showing of respects thing. So when I came out for that, I guess I didn't really take that moment to like absorb it all. But when we came out to do the opening ceremony with the sashes and all that, when I actually got in the ring, it hit me like, holy shit. Cause like I looked around and now the seats are packed and, you know, like there's fans making noise, and then it really hit me. And it was a super, super cool moment that I think will live with me for the rest of my life.
Now you were over there. Obviously, I would assume you don't speak a lot of Japanese, so
No.
I'm guessing Davey Boy Smith Jr. was very helpful. During your excursion there.
Yeah, he was. We actually stayed in the same hotel, so having him as kind of like the, hey, dude, how does this train system work? You know, like, so he took me out one day to like just show me how to use the train system and how to find where you're going and all that shit. And he surprised, he can actually read and write a lot of Japanese stuff, which I thought was super impressive, because I look at that and it just, I don't stand a chance. Like, Google Translate was my best friend during that tour, because there's a feature on that where you can just open your camera and like hover it over text and it'll convert it to English. And like, so that was the most useful thing I could have possibly had with me on that tour, because if without that, I'd have been fucked. on super basic things that you take for granted, like the thermostat in the room. Like, I wouldn't have figured out how to use it, or I'd have just been hitting buttons and hoping for the best.
Could you see? So that's like, man, we look at all this history, right? Like, you go back to like 1989, 91, and like all these Americans are in Japan. Like, what happens when fucking Doug Furness and Dan Crawford get lost in Japan? Like, what is that like for them? You just took it, like, we could go over there and just Google Translate it. It must be easy. I was going to ask if there was like a situation where you got off at the wrong stop, or you just kind of found yourself lost in Japan, but it seems like it was pretty easy to navigate.
It is super easy to navigate, because like Google Maps too is like very accurate, and like it basically tells you like, ride this train for this many stops, get off here. And then a lot of the train stuff has English signage as well, so like it makes it a bit easier. But there was like some definite language barrier stuff that did kind of like, it would be frustrating at times, because like, you know, I'm sure that like, and this is nothing, you know, this is just the shithead American that's, you know, it's how we think. We just think that everybody knows English, but clearly they don't. So I went into a Starbucks one morning and I was just trying to order a latte, and she handed me an English menu. I'm like, all right, cool. That makes this easy. So I pointed at what I wanted, but I wanted some caramel in it. And so I was just like, a little caramel. And she's looking at me like, what? And I can see the pump behind her. So I point to the thing and I'm like, a little bit of caramel. She goes, oh, caramel. And I'm like, yes, that's what the fuck I'm trying to say. Like, it was just, there were so many times that words sounded so similar, and they would just look at me like they didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
Exactly what I just said.
But then the word is just so damn close. It's like, how did you not? I don't know. But all I could do was laugh about it, you know, and just go on about my day.
We've talked to other guys that have spent time in Japan, and I'm always interested to see the way you put together a match. Obviously, there's language barriers there. Is it just like wrestling is a universal language, and you just kind of you pantomime what you're going to do, and then you just go out there and do it? Or did you have any instances where it was kind of just like, fuck it, let's just throw hands until we figure out where we're going with this?
No, actually, I mean, you pretty much just answered the question how anybody else who's asked me so far. That's usually the answer that I give, is that wrestling's a pretty universal language, and that if there was ever any question, I could just pantomime shit. Or if like, even if the pantomiming wasn't getting it across, like, you know, we all have videos in our phones of the shit we do, and you know, different things. So that kind of made it a little easier too. Like, I could physically show you a video of what I'm talking about. Or if I wasn't picking up what they were putting down, I could, you know, say like, you know, video, and that, and they would go get their phone and then show me what's going on. So that definitely helps too. But going back to what you just said about, you know, dudes back in the day getting lost over there, like, I've had that same thought about the brothers in the 80s that were running the roads with just a fucking Rand McNally road atlas. And like, because, you know, we take it for granted, you know, GPS and all that. But like, I played music for a couple years before, you know, when I was like a teenager. And when we would play gigs out of town, we just would MapQuest shit. You know, we would print off MapQuest directions and follow that. And I still we would have trouble with that sometimes. So I do not envy the dudes that were, running the territories and having to calculate 500-mile trips just off of a fucking map.
It's so funny you mentioned that.
Shit.
It's so funny you mentioned that because Arn Anderson on one of his recent podcasts actually says that he prefers to use an actual fold-out map as opposed to using because that's what he was.
That's what he's used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a guy like that did it for so damn long, and I guess that's do what you're comfortable with, but there's no way, no way.
God.
We're talking with Lord Crewe at Lord Crewe Kills on the Twitter machine. He's got a Pro Wrestling Tees store, prowrestlingtees.com/Lord Crewe. And if you're looking to book him, book Lord Crewe at gmail.com. It's all across the bottom of the screen. It's been there the whole night. So if you missed this plug, it's been there all night, you fools.
Just open your damn eyes. It's literally right. I can see it.
Matthew Birch, supporter of the show, wants to know: can you ask him about his time in Black Craft Wrestling, and if he has any interesting stories that he can share from those wild events?
Oh man, yeah. So Blackcraft was certainly an interesting experience. Okay, my favorite story from the whole shitstorm that was Blackcraft is. So the very first show was in Pittsburgh, and I thought that show was fucking awesome. The production value was great, and that was at a time where I was just really starting to branch out and take better bookings and trying to build a little bit of a name or whatever. And I remember the next show was supposed to be in Los Angeles, but then they ended up canceling it, and I'm like, why the fuck they canceling the show? I was excited to go to LA. Well, they had hired this production crew to come in and film the show or whatever. And they had the camera guys were all hired from a audiovisual production company. They weren't just dickheads that they knew holding cameras. So I remember being in the downstairs and watching the show on a monitor, and at one point during the show they switched cameras and the hard cam just points to the ceiling. We're like, what the fuck? Turns out that the guy that was manning the hard cam fell off of some fucking scaffolding. And I guess when he fell, he fucking tilted the camera up and apparently he took a pretty nasty fall off the scaffolding. And the reason the LA show got canceled was because they were pending a fucking lawsuit because this dude was deciding he was going to try to sue Blackcraft because he's an idiot and fell off the scaffolding. When in reality, it would have just been at most a workman's comp claim because he was on the job for the company that he worked for. And I was saying, that would be a guy that works for a tree trimming company, falling out of a tree and trying to sue the homeowner. You know what I mean? It was weird, but so that's my funny thing from Blackcraft was that the guy, just watching the monitor and seeing the camera flip up and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then to find out that some dumbass fell off some scaffolding.
The pro wrestling, it never ceases to amaze you. You also earlier this year you got the challenge for the TNA Digital Media title against Crazy Steve.
I did. That was actually my last match before I left for the Japan tour. That was a lot of fun, man. Crazy Steve is one of those guys that I've watched a lot of his stuff over the years. So Abyss is from my area. And Abyss was around a lot during the early days of my training. And me being a taller guy, I think he kind of took a liking to me, and he would show me little tips for working a bigger man style. He would pull me apart from some of the other trainees to give me extra little pointers that kind of wouldn't apply to some of them, if trying to work a bigger person. So I went back and I watched a lot of Abyss's stuff, and then with him and Steve being in Decay together, it was cool to get to have that opportunity to, work with a guy that I'd watched so much of his stuff.
So we have the Macho poster. We got Bloodsport behind you. So obviously you grew up in the 80s and 90s, right? Then you get an opportunity to work at the NWA, where it's owned by fucking Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. Is that like is that cool for you? Is there ever a moment where you get starstruck? And if so,
so like, yes and no. So because like I said, I played music before I wrestled. So I remember being a kid and my stepbrother leaving for college and left behind a bunch of CDs. And one of them was Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. So I remember listening to that as like a, 12-year-old kid and loving it. So meeting Billy in a wrestling space though, like, and it's so weird because some of the younger guys who come in to wrestle for the NWA, like they don't view Billy as the guy from Smashing Pumpkins.
right?
Like they just view him as the guy that runs NWA. So like for me, I had that initially. I was just like, holy shit, that's Billy from Smashing Pumpkins. That's kind of sweet. But then like the more I've been around him, I think I separate it. Like this is wrestling Billy and then there's Smashing Pumpkins Billy. So it's like, I definitely have, I think in my brain, I have separated the two, but it's still like it does have moments where I'm just like, so I've been doing work with EC3's Exodus Pro, which is a official NWA territory now. And Billy was at one of the shows and he was like, I'm sure you've been to venues where like other shit happens at the said venue. So this place that we run in Cleveland, the space next door to it, like, I don't know if the guy like repairs antique pianos or some shit, but there's like this room that's just full of like grand pianos. And I remember like walking past the room and I hear somebody in there playing piano and singing. And I poke my head in and it's Billy just sitting there just like playing piano. And I was like, I should have known that it was him from The Voice. But and I was just like, what a fucking weird life I live. Like
that's pretty rad though.
Yeah. So like so actually before I ever wrestled for NWA, my girlfriend wrestled there for a while. And the way that I had initially met Billy was he got her and her tag partner tickets to a Pumpkins concert. And like, he texted them afterwards, like, hey, if you guys want to come back and hang in the dressing room. So like I went to a Pumpkin show and met Billy in his dressing room before I ever even wrestled for him. So that to me was real fucking weird. And like, so that was like that. I was a little starstruck that time because, like it was in his world of the music shit. So like, but then seeing him at wrestling, I don't know. That almost makes it feel more like he's in my world. You know what I mean? Like, I know that they're both his world, but like, if somebody was if you ask somebody, hey, what do you know Billy Corgan from? They're going to say music for sure. So
I guarantee you walk up to Billy and you tell him it's your fucking world. He does not have shit to say.
Fucking world.
It's fucking over.
Oh, Billy.
Couple questions I got for you, Lord Crewe. Couple questions here.
Oh, here we go.
Winking. Where do you fall on winking? You in on the wink? You out on the wink? You throw a wink around?
I'm not much of a wink guy.
Not a wink guy. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Next go. You threw it. There it is. You should be. You throw a good wink. You get home for the day, right? You're not doing shit. You're relaxing. Are you wearing socks in your house?
Yes.
Fucking 0 for 2. All right, we'll keep moving.
Well, if I had carpet, the answer would be no. But because my floors are hardwood, yes.
Got hardwood and carpet throughout my house. No socks, man.
Honestly, I mostly wear slides through my house though. Like I have like slide sandals. I usually wear those through the house.
But you're not wearing socks with the slides.
Of course I am. I hate my feet being cold.
Oh, jumping fucking Jesus. We tried.
I like him. Like him.
I love it. Eat a shit, handsome Kevin.
You eat a shit, all right? Fucking smelly bitch.
No, don't see you motherfucker. Now, also,
Tony,
there should be 2 questions left.
There should be 2 questions. Am I forgetting one?
Grumper. the door open.
Oh, that's on you, man. That's your question. I'm not stealing your question
Oh,
here.
I'm not keeping tabs of it, but okay.
So the guy down there that's, well, look at him. You can tell. After he gets done showering, he doesn't put on deodorant.
Nope. Already fucking false.
He's fucking out on deodorant. He's just out, right? But you,
Incorrect.
Lord Crewe,
Incorrect.
a man with a name like Lord Crewe, I gotta believe you get out of the shower, you're putting on deodorant, correct?
Of course. It would be
'cause you're not an
animalistic
animal.
not to. Yeah.
Exactly. There you have it, Double T.
See,
I live in a house, not a fucking cave.
This is no. First of all,
Tremendous.
First of all, jerk off doesn't give any context.
Oh, jerk off. Come on.
No, because he doesn't. Because he does this every fucking guest. He tries to throw me under the bus like I'm the guy Selena De Laurentiis was tweeting about all weekend. All right, nah. When I take a shower and I know I'm not leaving the house, so if I'm in for the night, I won't put deodorant on because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything where I'm going to work up a sweat, where I'm going to smell. So I will not put on deodorant. Today, I took a shower in the afternoon when I came back from the gym. Yes, I went to the fucking gym, you fucking jerk-offs. And after I took it, no, because there was going to be a fatso joke in there somewhere, Tony. I saw that. Don't make that face. When I took a shower, I got out of the shower, put on deodorant because I was going out and about into the world.
Okay, so this is gonna be the question that decides on how I feel about all of this.
All right.
So,
Oh, boy.
so you
I think I know where you're going,
today,
by the way.
You come home today from the gym, right?
Yep.
All right, let's just say hypothetically speaking, you don't plan on leaving your house again today. So you take your shower, you don't put on deodorant. Now, tomorrow morning, when you're getting ready for work, now are you showering again before you leave and then applying deodorant, or are you just going deodorant and going to mask the scent of you sweating all night?
I will shower again and put deodorant on.
Okay, so that's not as bad. But
Still bad.
if you were to just be like, oh, I was a sweaty fuck in bed all night, and I'm just going to get up and just, all right, I'm out. That would be a little gross.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So Lord, can I call you Lord?
I prefer Crew.
Okay,
If
Crew.
we're just going to go with one, let's go Crew.
All right, Crew. So let me ask you this though: isn't it just like it's not like he goes out of his way not to do it? Like, isn't it just like a natural instinct to put it on after you get out of the shower?
I know
like,
for me it is, but
I'm
not here to judge anybody else. But,
he makes a conscious decision not to do it.
I know that if I didn't, I would never fucking hear the end of it from my girlfriend. So for me is So I guess it's just habit, and I know that I would never hear the end of it.
Now I remember, Double T. Now I remember because you said that you're an animal that lives in the cave and smell just because your wife doesn't appreciate your scent. Are you taking?
So how much do they pay you for those Geico commercials, by the way? Fucking caveman.
When you at home, right? I don't even care if you're at home. Don't care where you are, right?
Oh no.
Are you taking a shit with the door open?
That's not.
Well, if I'm at my house, yeah.
Oh!
My house, yes.
Oh, man.
My guy, Lord Crewe.
Oh,
So this is my castle. I will shit however I please. And also, my dog would be so stressed out. My dog would be so stressed out if I was in there with the door shut because he would be like, all right, what are you doing in there? Why am I not allowed in there? I like to be, he literally will come and just sit at my feet while I'm doing my business. So.
Lord Crewe, man, you shit with the door open, you sleep with the feces.
Oh God, get the fuck out!
Kick him out.
Is that like
Are you saying like the flush cloud is like spreading that far to?
Wow, good. You know what, too? Because this motherfucker, he doesn't phrase the. A couple weeks ago, we almost had to reset the clock in the middle of the show. I had to go. It was and I took myself off the screen. So behind me I have a bathroom that connects to both rooms up here.
Oh, so that's why this question's being asked, guys.
So also nobody is home. It's just me. My wife's at work. My mother-in-law lives with us, but she lives downstairs. She don't ever come upstairs. So I ran. I had to go shit, man. I was going to shit my fucking pants. I didn't shut the door. These fuckers, when I come back, they made my screen big, and you can just see into the bathroom. You can't see where I'm shitting because the toilet's to the far left.
Like off to the side.
Yeah, right? So then I come out, and it's this big fucking, what if somebody walked in? Nobody's going to, I know where my wife is, and my mother-in-law's not coming upstairs. I got a goddamn camera at the top of the stairs. I know what's going on. And then I posed the question to the universe, if you're home alone, will you take a dump with the door open? And the consensus was yes. But no, handsome Kevin lives in this fucking palatial estate where I have to shut the door every time I take a shit.
It should be second fucking nature. You go in the bathroom, you close the door. It's like putting on your fucking seatbelt.
Well, I
like
closed
putting-
the door
like
my
putting
whole
on deodorant
life.
after
Putting
taking a
on
shower.
deodorant after you shower. Thank you,
Fuck outta
KJ.
here. You don't put deodorant on before you go to bed?
Yes, I do.
All right,
Of
you
course you
do
do.
because you're a fucking weird hobbit person.
No, of course you do. What are you talking about?
You don't. You start. You said last week you tried it and you were okay.
You got to revisit
yeah,
that
I mean,
part
it's-
just later, HK.
I survive. It's not something I would recommend doing all the time.
Lord Crewe, when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh man. Are we talking like full-fledged or just like a little shart?
Whatever you
a
got.
Shart. I don't.
A little
Honestly,
shart.
we've never
I
had
think it was
somebody.
I think it was about 2 years ago. Was like a little bit of a shart.
What is? Hold on, because you were like a little bit or like a full. So you have
Man,
taken.
I was like fucking deathly ill, and I was asleep. I was deathly ill, and I was in my sleep,
Okay.
and I guess I trusted a fart a little too much.
Okay, that's still like a shart though. Like
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
are like,
No, I didn't just like full solid turd in my
yeah.
pants.
Some
Like,
people are like,
no,
who
no.
takes a dump in their pants like that? I'm like, nobody does. Like we're not
nobody
talking
above
about.
the age of like 2.
We're not
Or I
talking
guess
about like.
if you're like a senior citizen. And,
So handsome
you know,
Kevin wasn't that far off when he said you were sleeping with the feces.
No, I guess not. No, man, that was a bad day for me, brother. That was a bad day for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The shit happens. You feel me?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Sure
Now, before we let you go, Lord Crewe.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I'm just gonna put it out. I know what to expect out of the Miami Dolphins. They're, they get to December, the wheels fall off. But some people here, they think the Jets have a real shot this year, but they're gonna have to cross paths with your Cincinnati Bengals at some point.
Yeah. That ain't gonna fucking happen. But as long as Burrow stays healthy, we're gold. But that's a big if. Oh man, now you got me talking football. I'll never shut the fuck up.
Me neither. Let's go.
So the Jets, realistically, I mean, are we expecting Aaron Rodgers to come back and have that fucking Cinderella story after blowing his Achilles in 36 seconds?
100%.
Are we expecting that, or
Yes.
or are we
Yes.
just gonna?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because realistically, I mean, you guys have Sauce Gardner, Cincinnati, UC boy. What else you working with? I mean,
Brees Hall, best running back in the game, probably.
well, I mean,
Best
thank
running back in the
fucking
game,
God,
wow.
thank fucking God they had a good running back because they didn't have a fucking passing game last year.
Well, we had no quarterback last year.
Yeah, man, yeah,
That was a big problem. We never had the backup to Aaron Rodgers that we needed. We have that this year. So, like, listen, I thought I saw something today where like Zach Wilson's now projected to be the starter of Denver. Like,
Well, did they end up drafting somebody? Like, didn't Denver draft a quarterback?
Yes.
Because they basically gave Russell Wilson away for like a bag of potato chips, didn't they?
Yeah, to Pittsburgh with Justin Field there too. That's
Yeah,
pretty
like,
interesting.
God, I fucking hate Pittsburgh. No, but man, this is my conspiracy theory. So, I've ran the fucking red wires from, okay.
Top
last
5
time-
defense, by the way, too.
Hold on. Last time Burrow came back from a season-ending injury, they went to the Super Bowl, right? So he's coming back from a season ender. The Super Bowl was being played in New Orleans this year, where he won a national championship with LSU. That's Jamar's hometown. It fucking writes itself, man. They're winning. This is the
What's
year.
the deal with Jamar?
Huh.
Is he locked in? Is he?
Jamar, they're gonna do whatever they can to keep Jamar. T. Higgins he's gonna be gone after this year. They franchise tagged him. He's already pretty much checked out. But at the same time, he has to play well this year in order to get paid somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, I'm gonna hate to see T go, but if it's T or Jamar, baby, give me Uno all day.
Yeah. God, you're right. We can't talk football all day. Let's stop. Let's end this right now.
Well, Lord Crewe, this has been a blast. Anytime you want to come back on and shoot the shit, I feel like we only just scratched the surface with you. Anything you want to leave the fans with before we let you go?
Not really, man. Just, give me a follow on social media. That shit helps out more than you all could ever understand. Come see me at a show, buy some merch, say hello. Hey, man, just enjoy pro wrestling. That's what I'll leave you with. Enjoy pro wrestling.
Well, we enjoyed our time with the crew tonight.
Thanks, man. Oh, and Houday Phoenix Creative. I see you in the comments there.
Yeah, he just tweeted at me that you killed him.
I killed him.
Justin Phoenix.
Oh, Justin Phoenix. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to kill you. But shit happens, man.
Great guy, by the way.
I've known him for a long time, so I didn't realize that was him just off of the name, but now it makes perfect sense.
There's Justin Phoenix he's one of our first fans. I believe there's a piece of Justin Phoenix art hanging in Tony's basement.
See it there? He actually
see that.
drew us a phoenix.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well, Justin, we need to go grab coffee again soon, Bubba. So.
Yeah, grab some bags too while you're at it, Justin.
Check some bags.
Whatever, grab them, check them. That's all the same. Depends on the mood you're in, I guess.
I guess so, man.
Well, Lord Crewe, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk soon. We'd love to get you back on in the future.
Thanks, guys. Just let me know. I'd love to.
All right, we'll talk soon, brother.
Guys. Take care. Have a good one.
Likewise, one Lord Crewe at Lord Crewe Kills on the social media. Be sure to give him a follow and check him out. Oh, and he knew how to get out of the studio. Fantastic.
Yeah, he couldn't fucking wait to leave. He got tired
He's
of
a
your
lord.
Smelly pits and shitty asshole and
My answer, first of all, I have a bidet.
well, good for you.
But hey, mate.
It goes down under, eh?
Yeah, it goes down under.
This shit writes itself.
Tony, how come you never ever talk to people when we do interviews?
Oh, fuck your. Whoa.
What are you going to do? What are you, Rodriguez Maxwell, coming back with my dead mother shit? Come on.
Oh, I thought I was playing Fortnite for a minute.
The lower half, right? The lower half. Both.
Oh, my God.
Dead mothers.
I apologize. I talked to Mr. Crewe, the Lord.
The Lord.
How come it's not big?
What the fuck?
So get off.
Can,
Really?
before we
Really?
move on,
What?
can I go
Really?
back to HK with something real quick?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I want to go spec
Okay.
some with you too.
I want to
You
grab
put
his bag.
deodorant on before you go to bed?
Absolutely.
Wait, after you shower at night, or?
I put on deodorant before bed.
No matter what. Even if you don't shower or anything, you just put it
Yeah,
on?
it's part of my nighttime routine.
Okay, so you're not showering every night then, HK?
I shower every day. Sometimes I shower before work and after work, but yeah.
Yeah, I shower twice a day too.
Okay, but you don't shower like at night, like maybe like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You're in for the
No,
night.
not usually. No.
Okay.
So like you brush your teeth, you wash your face, and you put on deodorant?
Put on deodorant, yeah.
You
God
don't-
damn it!
You don't clean anything else? Like you don't hit the undercarriage with a washcloth or anything?
No,
like
hit
that?
the shower in the morning, so no real need to hit that.
Now, you see, if I'm not showering at night, I do the teeth, but then I also get a washcloth. I hit the pits, I hit the asshole, I get the undercarriage.
You know what you should get is those ball wipes, man. Manscaped ball wipes. Whew,
I've had them.
beautiful,
Not a
yeah.
fan.
Yeah,
Not
what's
a
with
fan.
what's
You're
with
fresh.
Manscaped plugs all of a sudden? That's like
Yeah, I know. What the
something-
fuck? They don't pay us anymore.
I'm
No, they
just saying
stopped.
that's what I like.
Well,
Get some
you're
dude wipes.
fucking
I
fancy
got
man.
dude wipes.
All right, that's not Manscaped. That's dude wipes.
Yeah, dude wipes is for the asshole, and these Manscaped ball wipes are for the balls. Those are two
Oh,
different
Jeez
things.
Louise. I get a soapy rag and I go to town, bro.
What do you do with the rag afterwards? You hang it
Yeah.
up?
Goes in the hamper.
Ew.
New rag every night? You get a
Yes.
nightly rag?
No,
Okay.
I put it back up on the fucking towel rack. So my
That's
wife
what I
can
was
wash her
worried
face,
about.
too. No, what do you think? I'm a fucking heathen like Bowman?
No, I don't think that at all.
Bro, buy a fucking bidet.
No. If I'm
Why?
gonna get a bidet, I'll just stand in the shower and get the fucking undercarriage hose going.
Nah, dude, you don't.
Hey, hose.
Bidet's a game changer, bro.
Yeah, right off the wall, right
Yep,
down,
that's
right down under. Good night.
No, because
Bidet,
what if
right?
what if the shower head touches the grundle or the taint?
Well, hopefully the grundle has soap on it, so it's not
I was
gonna make
gonna
a
say.
difference, right? Like,
Grundle.
I don't know. I also don't have a movable shower head.
you got to get yourself one.
No, I got a bidet. It's fucking the best.
No, but in the shower, you grab the wand off the wall. You can get underneath. You get
That's-
everything going, man.
Matt, do you have a removable faucet in your kitchen sink?
Could you imagine his asshole squatting over his kitchen sink?
You don't have to. I have a fucking bidet. I don't need any of that.
I wouldn't rule it out.
Where are my fucking bidet people at?
My God, poor mommy comes home, sees that fucking disaster
Yeah.
hovering
Matt,
above the kitchen sink.
Matt washing his butthole in the kitchen.
He's going clean and precious.
Going back to the Kroger's.
It's Wegmans, dude. Get it right.
Oh, same thing.
My guy David Bauer, he knows bidets are superior.
Oh boy.
Dude, look. I'm gonna paint you a picture.
That's like a
Please
baby,
don't. I've
like-
already got the image.
Right? Look, Tony's in the Discord, right? We know he's doing the DDP yoga again. He's going for walks with his son. You get out there on a humid New Jersey night, you go for a walk with your son, you're feeling swampy. Bro, you just sit on the bidet, you blast that shit for a couple seconds, like 10, 15 seconds. Fucking cleans you right up. You fucking dry yourself off. You're good as new, bro.
You remember like
You come over, you use my bidet anytime.
remember like when you're like really, really young, like a baby, like they give you a bath in the sink. Like I could just like picture Matt at like a dishwashing tub in the sink, just washing this fucking butthole.
Oh, Buck Zumhoff is here tonight.
No, why?
He's gonna go for a walk with the kid.
No, you cannot, Buck. You're not allowed.
Maybe just around the yard.
Does Matt use Dawn body? Oh, everyone's a fucking comedian tonight now. Everyone's got jokes. No, I think what is my body wash in there? Dude,
He's got candy. Did we send him candy?
we didn't send him anything. We still haven't set up a JPay.
I thought we voted no on the JPay.
Yeah, the JPay. Look, again, we have to decide what is an acceptable, like, who's an acceptable person we can send money to so they can buy cigarettes, T-shirts, candy bars, whatever. Like, I feel like it's like if we're gonna sleep well at night, I don't think we can send anything to Buck Zumhoff. He did terrible things. That's like us putting flowers on fucking Grizzly Smith's grave.
Yeah. No good. No bueno.
Also, handsome Kevin, Akeem is alive.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I did listen to the latest year of Duke and Rogue, and I'm on Duke's side. I know this Slick Elizabeth thing has been going on since the end of January. You get on top of your mountain and you yell results, right? Results. The Slick has nothing to show for it.
God damn it. We're gonna do this again. God damn it. God damn it.
I'm just trying to put over the year of Duke and Rogue.
God damn it. She does nothing. She was saddled to winning horses. That's all. That's it.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's a fucking problem.
Because Slick didn't do shit. Slick's guys were just losers.
Oh, you're out of your fucking mind.
You know what I learned this week too?
Manager.
Slick is the adopted son of Thunderbolt Patterson.
I didn't know that.
I had no idea either. Cornette was talking about it, and he thought there was some sort of connection. He did some research.
Aren't they the same age?
No, isn't Thunderbolt like in his 80s?
Oh, he's at Thunderbolt Powder. Who am I thinking of? Johnny Rods?
Hard Body Harrison.
Yeah, that's probably the guy.
Yeah. Imagine if Slick was the adopted son of Hardbody Harrison.
Thunderbolt Patterson is 82.
Ah, okay.
Slick is 66.
Yeah.
So that checks out.
Well, yeah, maybe he adopted Slick when he was older.
Like he's 31. Come on, kid, let's go have a catch.
No, maybe it wasn't Thunderbolt. Who the hell am I thinking of then? Maybe it wasn't Thunderbolt Patterson.
Bobo Brazil.
No, it wasn't Bobo Brazil.
Ernie Ladd.
Chris
Yes,
Benoit.
that was it. Yes.
Sorry, I'm double checking something.
Probably
Yeah,
wasn't-
I'm
probably
taking a
wasn't
look.
Dick Murdoch.
Dick.
Dick.
Oh, no. He wasn't Thunderbolt Patterson's kid. He was Rufus R. Jones's adopted kid. That was it. Sorry. Got a little mixed up there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Yeah,
Rufus is.
You did.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
kind of a letdown, to be honest with you.
Oh, shit.
Rufus R. Jones.
R. Jones.
Yeah, R. Jones.
O-U-R Jones.
Yeah, so Rufus died in 1993. He was 60. So that kind of checks out. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
My bad.
My bad, too. I gotta adjust this now. Oh, shit.
He's a Jive Soul Jones. A Jive Soul
Jive
Jones.
Jive Soul Jones. And you
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
it.
nothing.
Let's go throw it there because MB knows his shit. So in this case, so right. Slick was a way better manager than those in every single way.
Bro, 2 words for you. Secret weapon. If it was Slick, it never
Oh,
worked.
God
Sorry,
damn
bro. Sorry, bro.
What? She fucking took off her skirt to show her gigantic panties?
Yeah. What's
What
wrong
a
with gigantic panties?
Fucking weapon.
If
What's
we're
wrong?
if we're
Right.
ranking the most effective managers of that era, Slick would be probably close to the bottom of the list.
You're out
Now,
of your
was
mind.
he more entertaining than a lot? Probably, yes.
Out of your mind.
But Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji. Listen, I'm not going to throw Frenchie Martin up there, but like, like he was like the 4th or 5th guy, at least.
I'll take that 4th or 5th guy over Liz every single fucking second of every day.
How many bumps did Slick take?
He took a lot.
Yeah.
Did he?
bumped out. Yeah.
Tino Santana ripped his clothes off. What was that? WrestleMania?
Oh, I remember that. That was that was cool. And then he came out and managed another match, I think, afterwards with his tattered clothes.
Yeah, he managed Butch Reed in a singles match, didn't he, afterward? Or Huh.
Listen, I love Slick. Don't get me wrong. Slick was the most entertaining of the bunch. And I'll put him over Heenan and Hart and, Humperdinck and Liz over entertainment value.
Bro.
But ooh,
Secret weapon.
speaking of Humperdinck,
Come on, bro. Come on.
Looks like something Buck Zumhoff would be after.
No. Well, on the left or on the right?
On the right.
On the right
it's,
to the
it's
left.
Andre. It's Andre, actually. That's it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh, punt. Oh. Good Lord.
hey, you know what else? So I'm gonna hit you this before we do the gimmick, right? I also learned something
Oh.
Uh-oh.
this
Oh,
week.
here
I
we
think
go.
this is gonna be like a new thing I do.
Knowledge is power.
Did you know that Medusa stands for Made in the USA? That's
How?
why that's because MAD USA.
That's Mad USA.
That's what she was going for, though.
But if it stands for something, M would stand for something, A would stand for something. D
It
would
does
stand
make
for
sense,
something.
though, because her gear was all USA stuff.
She didn't want to be Deborah
In the latter years, anyway. I'm not
Maselli,
sure about
so she became Medusa, and it stood for Made in the USA.
Makes no fucking sense.
She took Made and USA, and she just pushed them together through the E out.
She pushed them together, all right.
And look, I didn't come up with it. I'm just dropping a little tiblets. I don't even know what a
Tiblets,
tiblet is.
yeah. Huh? Here's a tiblet.
Tiblets.
I'm
tidbits.
dropping a little bit of knowledge.
Medusa had some tiblets.
She had some big old tiblets.
How come it's not big?
I think they were pretty big, Ma.
Pretty big.
I think
Who's
they were
that?
pretty big. Who's
Who's
that?
that?
There.
You shouldn't do that.
I'm backstage.
Be careful back there, Ma.
Don't get off.
Yeah.
Your mother is a godsend.
She's
Yeah,
a
she
fucking hoot, man.
Holy moly. Yeah, so that's what I learned. Medusa.
Deuce.
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 Oh,
What? How
all
many
right.
she's dropped over the years?
Deuces?
Yeah.
Deuce.
The Medusa oblongata.
Do you think Moolah ever shit herself in the ring?
Yes.
Yes.
Like odds have to be in the favor of that happening, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she would do it on another wrestler.
Oh God! Like when she was doing a Bronco Buster to one of the Dudleys, you think she shit herself?
Well, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about back in the day. I bet she did it. Like to fuck with some greenhorn. Like she would poop in her pants and like maybe Bronco bust back then.
That wouldn't be very ladylike, sugar.
Dude, the stories about Moolah. Come on, I wouldn't put it past her at all.
I heard she used to do it to the Patriot when she was training him. Poor Del Wilkes.
What does moolah stand for, Double T?
I don't know, man.
Made in the Eula.
Moo, right? So
Dude, I didn't. First of all,
and then
fucking
laughing
Nancy Kevin,
cow. Moolah.
I didn't come up with it. This is straight from her mouth, not mine. I was just dropping some knowledge.
Maybe made in the uvula.
You just try and bring something to the show. You put in a little bit of effort, and this is what happens.
Never
Yeah,
put
you're-
an effort, bro. Have you learned
you're
nothing?
You almost sounded
No.
like you're on the fucking Megatron again.
Back up, it's a Megatron.
I love that this is like the hill that like you're the effort hill you're dying on about Medusa. Like,
You know, she also released an album of
Medusa. did.
songs sung in Japanese.
Huh.
I really think so.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Wait, sung in?
Interesting.
Like she actually sings in Japanese, eh?
In 1995, she appeared in the
Gotta
film
find
Shoot
that.
Fighter 2, Deathmatch, and Inner Sanction 2. In Japan, she released a CD of songs sung in Japanese.
Gotta find it.
Interesting.
Gotta find it.
I mean, Terry Funk also released an album in Japan. Hulk Hogan released an album in Japan. I guess it was kind of the thing to do.
They get big money for that.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Like even for like a commercial, you're getting like $1 million.
There's got to be Hulk Hogan commercials on YouTube, right?
The rest
Hulk-
would be uncivilized.
Hulk Hogan commercials?
Yeah, from Japan.
I don't.
There's gotta be.
I don't think
Old
so.
Spice.
Oh,
right?
oh,
no,
yes.
he was high endurance. What was it called? The deodorant he used to do. Everything else would be uncivilized.
I don't know what a Hitachi Big Flow is, but he's got a lot of commercials in Japan for this product.
Hitachi Big Flow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
I want to share one real quick. Hold on. I found one.
Oh, please.
Let me see. Let me
While Tony's
present-
doing that, we still have to talk a little bit of NXT Battleground.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome Kevin as some kind of craw in his side about Ricochet. I'm annoyed with AEW, so all that and more to come. Okay.
もっと暖かくなるエアコンに変えてください。
細長だから快適ゾーン4倍。What's your next desire?
すぐ暖かくなるエアコンがいい。
細長だから波人速暖静かでパワフル日立の Big Flow 暮らし刺激に
What? Can we get Hogan saying Big Flow?
What the fuck is he asking a child what his next desire is for? Like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I
That's what
think
they
that's
do,
just the.
bro.
I think that's just the translation.
That's Zoomhoff shit, man.
No, come on.
That's Zoomhoff.
Don't.
I didn't get that at all.
Can we not summon the Zoomhoff, please?
The Hall. The Hall.
Do Du hast. Du hast me. How about that?
How about it?
How about this? Back after this.
No, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, what the fuck? That was perfect.
Well, I'm pulling up Hogan commercials. I can't do everything.
Oh,
at
did
once.
you want to play many Hogan commercials?
No, please. That's 9 minutes. We definitely we shouldn't do that.
We shouldn't do that. But fucking Buck Zumhoff is here.
But fucking
Butt fucking Buck Zumhoff.
That's about right.
Butt fucking Buck Zumhoff.
I can
turns
sell air
out,
conditioners to kids. What do you all desire?
Stop! What's wrong with
We
you?
can't do this anymore. This has to stop.
KJG, please, for the love of everything holy, give me 3.
Back after this.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in every Monday night to listen to The Shining Wizards. If you'd like to continue to support us outside of listening, we've got a few ways for you to do that. If you shop at Amazon, go over to amazon.shiningwizards.com, do your shopping as usual, and when you make your purchase, a little bit of that purchase price will go back to support the show. If you like to wear t-shirts, merch.shiningwizards.com will take you to our Pro Wrestling Tees store, where we've got over a dozen great designs from over 11 years of professional wrestling podcasting. You can become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast, and the more you support us, the more things that you're entitled to receive, and believe me, they are fantastic. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to us on the World Wide Web, and make sure you like, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Helps us out, and we can continue to bring you the love fest that is The Shining Wizards.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. On Mondays, check out the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the year of Duke and Rogue, covering the history of wrestling year by year. Also from Gorilla Brain is the Tots Pod with handsome Kevin and Loverboy Al, telling people to get off the lawn and reviewing wrestling figures. Also on Mondays, get your horror fix with 30 Screams or Less featuring Steve and Corey, where they review a horror film in 30 minutes or less. Monday nights live, it's The Shining Wizards, where it's wrestling talk and talk about wrestling. Wednesday nights, it's the Mark Order Podcast, covering everything AEW with Ant Money, Kate the Great, Ryan Schlong, and Asian Joe. Get your metal fix on Fridays with Snowy and Aaron on Radioactive Metal, the longest running metal podcast on the planet. Saturdays, it's High Five Tom and Will Mercier on ROH Revelry, covering the history of Ring of Honor. On Sundays, it's Inconclusive Breakdown with Justin and Vince, covering the week in pop culture, politics, and more. The Shining Wizards Network also features other great shows, including Bread Club, where Kieran and Matt cover everything New Japan Pro Wrestling. The Brocast, where brothers Alan and Tom watch some of the greatest and not so great matches in wrestling. Turnbuckle Throwbacks, where the Impact Playa Phil Rhea discusses current wrestling while paying homage to the past. And Wrestling Night in Canada, where Snowy, Matt, and Dustin put a north of the border perspective on the world of wrestling. Enjoy all the great shows on the Shining Wizards Network. Entertainment, here.
You ever find yourself in the men's room and you've had one windjammer that's stuck in your butthole and it just doesn't want to come out no matter how hard you push or try to cut it? You need to get yourself a pair of turd tongs. With a comfort tip and a cushion grip, it's the easiest way to get those windjammers out of your butthole. And if you act now, you can get the bonus butt scraper absolutely free. Get a set for your car, put a set in the office, have one in each bathroom in your home. Turd tongs and the butt scraper will absolutely help you. You'll be so happy, you'll want to spend every waking moment in the men's room, even if you don't have to go to the bathroom. So get on the phone right now. Call 551-333-1030 for only $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling, or send check or money order to Turd Tongs at the address on your screen. Hey, Father's Day is right around the corner, folks. Maybe it's time you get yourself some Turd Tongs. Make your old man a happy man.
Can I ask a real question?
What's up?
Do you think we'll still be doing this podcast when the Turd Tongs actually arrive? Right? What did it say? 60 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Like
But you could probably pay for rush shipping. I haven't ordered in a while. I actually got mine a couple weeks ago.
Because you'll be like Social Security style in a couple of years, right?
Bro, I already got my application in the mail from AARP. Yep.
Do you have a timetable? Like, how long do you want to do this?
I was thinking about the other day. I'd be like, it's like 1,000 episodes seems like within reach until you think about the fact that it's 50 episodes a year.
Right.
So it's going to be like another 6 years to get to that point.
I'm in.
That's a long ass time from now.
You think you're going to live that long?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll make that.
All right.
Yeah.
What? It's a fair question.
I don't know, man. It's just depressing to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so much older than the rest of us. It's just
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm the first one to go necessarily.
No, but if I was a gambling man, I'd put it on you.
Well, of course.
Age.
I would too.
Yeah. But you're taking care of yourself. You're doing your DDPY. You're going for leisurely strolls.
Yeah, man, trying to get back into a routine. It's been tougher during the week, but definitely on the weekends I've been banging out some shit. So
look at David Bauer. Start doing 2 shows a week. Get those numbers up.
Well, I mean, there was a stretch.
Terrible idea.
There was a stretch for a while where we were doing, like, if we were in the mood, we would do like sometimes 2-3 episodes a week.
Bro. Oh, I know. I'm going through making the master list. Those call times pop up a lot.
There's only about 10 or 11 of them, I think. There's not many.
That's more than I ever remember doing.
Yeah, call times were fun. Then there were a couple of like evening with Bowmans here and there, and some other like wacky like episodes. And
fucking interview Matt Classic and Thomas Rodman.
Well, I mean, and then you also did like a couple of like used to do the Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor shows.
Those were fun. Those were fun.
Those were dope. Those were a lot of fun. When we would do like a cavalcade of ROH guys.
Yeah, those were fun.
One of those was where you interviewed Punishment Martinez.
Yes, me and Kevin.
World champ.
Mm-hmm.
The current world champ. So we had a pay-per-view that we picked on last night, Sunday Funday.
Sure did.
Don't remind me.
Man, KJG, what happened?
I took a bath. That's what happened in the sink. I took a sink bath.
Yeah, a lot of I didn't. So I was busy working yesterday, so I didn't get to actually look at the picks till later last night. You had a lot of you made a lot of questionable calls, buddy.
So I don't think I did. I mean, I guess it's hard to say that I don't think I did when I had lost like everything, other than like what the Obafemi match and the world title match. So I really thought, because of the way that, all right, let's start with the tag match, right? The Good Brothers, they're now being reinforced onto the main roster with AJ Styles in his ongoing feud with Cody. So I thought that would be pretty cool if the Good Brothers defeated Axiom and Nathan Frazier and had these belts on SmackDown to let everyone know, hey, these are our tag team champions of NXT. Come watch NXT. And I also think Nathan Frazier and Axiom are so good as a team, but they also have potential to be really good individually again. So I thought maybe that's the direction they could have gone. Jordan Grace, I really thought, because of the open challenge, I thought maybe they would do like a flippy-do, like where Jordan could possibly win the title and then actually defend the WWE Championship on a TNA show. I thought that was intriguing, and I thought like that's a direction they could have gone. I don't think I screwed up with the women's ladder match pick. I think Soul was a consensus among a lot of people. What else? Obafemi I got right. What else did I screw up?
Shayna Baszler.
So I didn't know what to expect with this fucking bullshit. Like,
yeah, that was definitely a coin flip pick out of all the matches.
Yeah,
and I think with the 6 women's NXT title match, it was the consensus as far as I saw was either Saul or the woman that won it, Kalani Jordan.
Who's amazing, by the way.
They were the front runners, the two of them. They're both talented. They're both like But again, it was like a coin flip. You pick one or you pick the other. I think KJG just started like he had great explanations. I think it was more like it would be cool if kind of like played into him a little bit.
Yeah,
I get it. Like it would have been really cool if Jordan Grace won.
And I'm just so like impressed by the way that they've turned around everything they've done WWE as a company. So like I kind of expect the unexpected now. So like I kind of expect them to go against the grain a little bit. Whereas like the Good Brothers have been there for so freaking long. Maybe this would be they've won tag team titles before there, but like this would be a really cool thing for them to now bring these championships to SmackDown, right? Like to me, that felt like it's something that could possibly happen under Shawn Michaels and Triple H and William Regal. The Jordan Grace thing I thought was a really good opportunity to make something very special happen in terms of like I said, possibly defending a WWE championship on a TNA show. I thought that was a real possibility now. So, I mean, I don't regret those. I might regret. So I almost picked Ethan Page too, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Like, I changed and deleted Ethan Page. So.
Yeah, it was look, the Jordan Grace showing up 2 weeks ago got me. I watched NXT the last 2 weeks, and I watched the pay-per-view. I know it's a PLE, but I'm just creature of habit. I'm just gonna call it a pay-per-view. Don't freak out, people. You know, I'm in. Like I'm invested. And there was like that women's. They gave you nothing on Tuesday night with the six woman tag match. Like they gave you no indication. It was literally a coin flip. That Saul Ricochet is gonna be a superstar though. That whatever her cutter is fucking awesome, dude. And she hits it out of nowhere.
The Soul Snatcher.
Yeah, that's a fucking great name too.
There's a lot of women that were involved in that match that could easily be top talents one day. Obviously, Mi Chin. I can't. First of all, I can't call her that. Like what? Like they went back to calling Butch Pete Dunne. Can we just go back to calling Mi Chin Mia Yim? Like, can we just do that, please?
You shouldn't do that.
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of stars in that match.
Yeah, I thought the women's ladder match was fantastic. I took Lash Legend. I really, for me, it was like throwing a fucking dart at a board. I knew nothing for that ladder match. But between
fantastic
the five
action, though. Fantastic.
Yeah, look, nonstop, man. Lash took that crazy bump that put her out of the match.
That scared me because she hit like the small of her back on that ladder.
But I thought great way to kick off the show. I actually thought that the show had started at 7. So like I came home from work, I took a shower, I cleaned the litter boxes, I took out the garbage. Like I was like just accepting the fact that I was going to be behind. And I sat down like 10 after 8 and they were just introducing the last woman. And I was like, oh man, all right. So then I like checked on Wikipedia and it was the first match. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get to watch this whole show. Because I get those stupid notifications on my phone. The show starts at 7. I guess they did that pre-show gimmick.
Yeah.
Well,
why is Booker T the fucking worst?
Shuggy duggy quack quack.
I've been saying it for years.
I know, and I feel like we've had this conversation before, but it's like, and that other guy with him he don't do him any favors.
He's got to feed. I mean, what is he gonna do? It's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, it's just who gives a shit if he's a Hall of Famer for being a wrestler, not for being a shitty marble-mouthed idiot. I could do a fucking better job with him, and I could barely speak the fucking language.
Stop it! No, you couldn't.
Oh, 100%.
No,
you could do a better job than Booker T.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I don't think. No, Matt. With all due respect, Booker T sucks. You would be worse.
No, I would crush it.
Yeah, he'd crush it.
So prepared for this.
Definitely prepared. Crush it.
We should do this then. Why don't we do a bonus episode where we actually call a match? I do play-by-play. You do color.
Color. Ooh, I like this. I'll have to set that up.
How about that?
I tweeted last night. You do a shot every time they mention the UFC Apex, or how many PLEs this person has been on.
Yo, I don't know about you, man. That place looks like shit.
It did not look great. There were a lot of empty seats.
Empty seats, right? Like right
Yes.
on camera view on that right side. Like there were like 6 or 7 empty seats right like in the main shot. It looked bad, dude. That's not a good first impression.
Well, they were set up for like 750, so they drew about what AEW draws, right?
There's no shot that was
More than that.
No, it was like 750. It might have been 780.
No,
It's
I
in
meant
that-
more than AEW draws.
Oh god. Touche.
I thought that tag match, I thought that was the best outing the Good Brothers have had in a very, very long time.
So it stinks, and this is so weird to say. Like, I want to phrase this right. It stinks that it's an NXT for them to be able to showcase how fucking good they are and how deserving they are of more than what they're getting on the main roster. Now with the AJ Styles, like Mark Henry heel turn, they're back in the thick of things, and hopefully they could be in there with the Street Profits and the Bloodline and all that shit, like as a good tag team. But yeah, it's the best. You're right, Matt. It was a tremendous outing from them and from Axiom and Jason Frazier.
Oh,
Or Nathan
100%.
Frazier.
And I think the idea, like with all these, like the Shayna Baszlers and the OC being down there, like NXT is still the feeder system, right? So we have to build new stars. And how do we get these new stars over? Like, here are the Good Brothers. They're super accomplished. They've won gold in New Japan and WWE and TNA, and they know what they're doing. But then here's this young upstart team. And it was like speed versus power. And I really, really enjoyed the tag match.
Yeah, it was so good. And NXT is in such a kind of, I'm not gonna say rebuild, but it's a different dynamic than it's been. I feel like the NXT 2.0 thing kind of threw a monkey wrench into what the NXT brand was supposed to be and what it's getting back to. And I'm not saying that they're gonna start signing all these, indie major star darlings, AEW levers or anything like that. But like, if they can get back to what they were when they signed, Sammy and Kevin and Johnny Gargano and Ciampa and all these guys, but still maintain their NIL type deal with these young guys and young women that can come up. I think that's the medium you have to find. And I think they're well on their way back to doing that.
I mean, yeah, look, like, so what I said, I watched the last 2 weeks, full episodes, and then like I catch like the last hour at the gym the last couple weeks on Tuesday nights. Like, if Ethan Page doesn't show up, who does Trick Williams wrestle? Noam Dar?
Noam Dar.
Right? Like, that kind of like, that was where they were going. Like, there was the thing with Trick and Lash, and then Noam Dar got beat up, and that other dude got beat up. So, like, what?
No, sorry, go ahead.
So, like, if it's not Ethan Page that's beating these guys up, then, like, Paint by Numbers says it's got to be, like, Trick Williams or someone within Meta 4, right? So then your main event for this PLE would have been Trick against Noam Dar. I don't know. It might be great, but it's no Trick versus Ethan Page. It's not creating the buzz that it did.
I would love to know, out of like the longest tenured talents in WWE or NXT, like where Noam Dar stands. Like, he's been there for fucking ever. Like, since 205 Live started.
Yeah. At
Since
least
the Cruiserweight Classic started.
6-8 years.
I want to say more than that, maybe.
It might be.
According to Wikipedia, he's been in WWE since 2016.
All right, so 8 years. You're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive, man. For a guy like that who has had no real like prominent role, he wasn't a featured guy on 205 Live. He wasn't a main guy, and the fact that they found this role for him with the what is it called, the metaphor?
Yeah,
metaphor.
That's pretty impressive, man. God bless Noam Dar. I think the match would have been great. And again, only watching NXT religiously for the last 3 weeks, maybe a month or so, I don't think it would have drawn the attention that Ethan Page versus Trick would have.
Handsome Kevin.
Yes, sir.
What was NXT Underground supposed to look like?
It's the same bullshit that they had with Shane McMahon when he had was it WWE or Raw Underground?
Raw Underground.
Yeah, It's supposed to look like a fucking shoot fight. It sucks. I can't stand it.
It was
Take
not
damn
good.
ropes down. No, it's fucking horrible. They can do some. Like, who was it? Natalia. I think Natalia fought in an NXT Underground match that was probably the only one that I've seen that I've enjoyed. But you have Natalia. You know, she's been around. She knows how to create things and make them look, you know, maybe a little bit better or performed a little bit differently, a bit wiser at times. But it's not for me, man. I don't like the no fucking ropes. I don't like all the jackasses around the ring slamming their fists on the mat. I can't stand it. It's not for me.
It almost took me out of the pay-per-view. Like, it almost made me not want to watch the rest of it. Like,
and it also bothered me that it was essentially just a regular WWE match without the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a regular style WWE match. There was nothing underground about it, right?
Yeah.
It was not good. What's up, Tony?
If that shit was on AEW to get 4.5 stars, are you kidding? Come on.
Look, if this is the only blemish on the show, like, that's not a bad thing. I know what they were trying to do. Like, the hype videos they were doing where, like, they're showing that Lola Vice does the spin kick and they got the speedometer and it tells you how fast it goes. And then Shayna Baszler's kneeing somebody in the face and the x-ray showing her face exploding. Like, it was fucking awesome. And both of their backgrounds, it made tons of sense. The execution for me was just not there. I just want to see Lola Vice shake her booty.
Gross.
Yeah, and
Gross.
I hate
Gross.
Gross.
And I just hate
Lola
that,
Vice is
like,
hot.
you ain't wrong. I hate that. I just hate, like, all she did was drop like 4 hammer fists, and all of a sudden the ref stops the match. Like that, like punani.
Oh, gross.
That's right.
Hot chicks. Gross.
Yeah, what's
Bro,
wrong with you, Tony?
Really?
Yeah,
What?
I was just talking about wrestling. That's all. Keep going.
Tony's got a fucking boner for Dixie Carter, and he's ewing Lola Vice? Come on.
Hot chicks.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get this one, dude.
Yeah. And I don't look, and I tweeted it last night. I know that I know I'm old when I don't know any of the musical acts that are there.
Yes.
In the crowd, no fucking clue who. I don't know what a Sexy Red is. There was some really pale white girl with dark hair. Somebody told me she performed Rhea Ripley's theme song at WrestleMania 37. No idea who those people are.
Nope.
Sexy Red looks like Mercedes Moné and Flava Flav had a kid. What is this?
She was the host. The kids loved the Sexy Red, apparently.
Oh, the hostess with the mostess.
It didn't seem very NXT to me. She's got tattoos on her boobers.
She could be like any one of these, like Ice Spice or whatever. They're all the same mold these days. Tatted up, grilled out, fake tits. Come on, man. That's it. Stacks of money, baby. Stacks
money
of money.
phone. Got to get the money phone going.
Fuck. It's a money phone.
That's what the
Ring,
fuck
ring, 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 money.
The money phone.
I know, banana phone.
No, that's what she fucking did. She walked out of the car and she had a fucking wad of. Wow.
This is what she does. She walks around with a wad of money.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Sexy Red.
Oh.
2 Y's on that, by the way.
2 Y's on
the second Y is for Y.
Why? Yeah. She can't spell. Got it.
Sexy Red. Her hit song is Get It Sexy.
2 Y's?
Of course.
Hey, why wouldn't there be?
I bet she's got a
why
foul
wouldn't
mouth.
there be?
So she's sitting on the couch. She's lighting up a joint. Some heavy bitch comes sits next to her. Oh, so they're talking about Pound Town. So you know this is going to be classic.
Excuse me?
They're talking about Pound Town.
It's a real
Pound
classic
Town.
dog then.
Yeah, that they're watching some show.
I think that's the city right next to where Lord Crewe lives, actually.
What is a
Bro, this is horrifyingly bad. They're dancing at a gas station.
Can we knock down the Sexy Red velvet?
Wait, do you want me to put this up? Like, do you really want to see this?
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he want to fuck with me, then I'm gonna have him stuck. Bitch looking bad and got a stupid butt. Jewelry on your wrist. Fuck it. Hold it up. When I holla ski. That means
Oh, that's
pull
who
up.
she is.
That
She's
there
the
should
I don't
be a-
care.
woman.
I
don't
could
care.
fucking write. I could do this.
I
No
don't care
shit.
if we get I don't care if we get a strike.
No, ski yee's a thing. I know that. I know this song actually.
Of course you do.
This is the host of BattleGround.
It looks like there's a battle going on. All right, I gotta stop.
What the fuck?
I gotta stop this.
All right, so
So if you didn't see that live, you might have seen like nothing there. We might have gotten that strike. I don't know.
Pound Town is a city in Punani, according to David Bauer.
Makes sense.
Great point by him.
Checks out.
Handsome Kevin, if Punani was a country, what continent would it be on?
Boy.
Asia.
Hi guys.
Hi, mommy.
Umami.
You know that fucks with people that aren't watching, that are just listening, right?
Yup.
Like big time.
Yup. All right. Jordan Grace, Roxanne Perez. Loved it till the end.
One critique of that match. One.
Okay.
Grace took too much.
Grace
Just took too much. There was way too much in that match where she was working from behind or getting countered. She's a fucking stud. She's a powerhouse. You look at her and you look at Perez in your mind, you go, yep, she will dominate her. So they definitely, I think she took too much in that match.
Yeah, but it's, you have to. She's there to make the WWE NXT champion look good.
I understand that. She can do that. She can still do that. The NXT champion could still get the victory without giving so much in that match.
I was fine until the end. Was like, I thought it was cool that they gave Dana Brooke a moment to be there, but at the match was going so fucking great, and then to have, I know,
fucking great.
They have to continue the story, and they probably can't do it with Jordan Grace on NXT every week. So you have to bring in this Tatum Paxley chick, and Ash by Elegance is there to save the day or whatever. But I was like, oh, really? Outside interference? I should have known it wasn't going to be clean.
Ash by Elegance, really?
Isn't that her name?
I don't know. I saw on the scroll on the bottom Wendy Chu's coming back. Isn't that the one that wrestles in her pajamas and takes it off?
She's like a demon now, dude.
Does she still wear the pajamas? Is she like a sleepy demon?
I don't know. In the vignette they showed during the PLE, she was in her pajamas.
I hope she's a horny demon.
Fuck yeah, dude. A horny sleepy demon. Like she'll rip your face off and then she'll drop her little hiney pouch open. And she'll shake it like she shake it. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Crack the hiney pouch.
Sexy red.
She's from Jersey too.
Fuck yes, she is.
She's from Jersey too.
Oh, fuck it, eh?
Oh, Wendy is. I thought you were talking about that red character. I was gonna say,
Nice.
No, Wendy. Chu.
Not a flag I'm waving.
I think she's
No,
from
she-
Belleville.
She's from St. Louis, that sexy red, no? Is that what she was saying?
Say my name, Steve.
Yes.
I forgot I had that. And then Trick Williams beats Ethan Page. I did like it the first time I watched it, but I did watch it back because I was a bit distracted during it. I thought he did good. Ethan Page's biggest quality is he can talk people into the arena, right? And then when he works, he works well.
Yeah.
But he's not going to do anything that blows the door off. The ending was real, like super duper sudden. How, he's losing control and the ref backs him up and Trick hits the trick shot and it's a wrap. Like it just kind of seemed very anticlimactic to me.
Is it because you've been now conditioned to watch like 7 false finishes?
Maybe.
Yeah. I had no problems with the finish. The match itself felt a little bit flat for me. I think Ethan Page, both on the mic and in the ring, is incredible. I think the guy is absolutely unstoppable. He's a stud. But the match itself, there was parts within the match where it just kind of felt a little bit off. I haven't rewatched it yet. I do plan to, but the finish itself, I had no issues with.
They clearly brought Ethan Page in here for a reason, and I couldn't think of anyone else, like Matt mentioned earlier, that would have filled this role better, even though the match was made like 5 days before the pay-per-view. Like, if anyone can make that worth watching, it's Ethan Page. And it's not like he was brought up to the main roster. It's not like he was put in a major role on SmackDown or Raw. This is where he belongs for now, and it was just a perfect role in his main event. And now they're going to use him. Hey, dude, he's so good, man. Like, he's just so freaking good at everything he does. Is he the best wrestler in the world? No, obviously not. But he's such a good promo. The vignettes they did with him were fantastic. Yeah, and he's the guy that can help Trick Williams get better. Like, they're going to run it back in Toronto.
You know who he's very comparable to in my mind is Double J.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Very comparable. Like,
I think Jeff Jarrett's a better worker, to be honest with you, but very comparable.
I mean, you put them on the stick, they do exactly what they need to do. You put them in the ring, they do exactly what they need to do. Like, I have no issues with Ethan Page's work.
And Ethan Page, if he just had, and I love the guy, when we get to the show, alongside Austin Theory, I just wish he had a more intense look. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish he had a more, like, serious, his face, like, some people's faces just don't scream intensity and, like, take, like, seriously. Like, one of the guys in Authors of Pain, he looks like a giant baby. Like, so, like, I can't take him seriously as like a monster, even though he's huge and incredibly threatening. He just looks like a giant baby to me. So, like, Ethan Page, tremendous heel, tremendous talker, tremendous wrestler. I just wish he had more of an intense look. Maybe grow your hair out a little bit. Maybe that could help. Like, I don't know. Like, there's just something to his appearance that doesn't grab me yet. But this is with that. All that being said, this is a tremendous role for him.
Mask,
yeah, I mean,
Mask.
I was gonna say, I think you probably would think the same when Randy Orton showed up.
Randy Orton was a main eventer right away.
What's that?
Randy Orton wasn't a main eventer right away.
Oh, no, I know that, but I'm just like, the comparison is there. Like, when Randy Orton showed up, there was nothing. You looked at him, there was nothing that went, oh boy, this guy's intense. He's gonna.
Same thing with Cody. Same thing with Zack Ryder. Same thing with
developed over time.
The Miz, like
Punani. So overall, I thought it was a good show. NXT BattleGround picks are in. Tony reclaims the lead. Brundon jumps over KJG.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
And then I picked up a game, and HK, still back there, pulling up the rear.
Yeah.
Tony, you've never decided punishment, did you?
No, and I'm not deciding it tonight, so change the
I'm
subject.
not saying tonight, but come on, man. Quit fucking dragging your feet. We're like halfway through the year. Let's make a punishment here, dude.
All right, relax.
I'm calmer than you are. Well, no, because then we get to the end of the year. We got like the Christmas show, the punishment show, the birthday show.
Well, now we're booking Christmas already? We can't book 700. We're booking Christmas.
Oof. That was a deep cut, Tony. Tony, that was a deep cut. That might trigger Matt to fucking walk off again.
I'll give you a guess of somebody who already has 700 put on their calendar.
Who, me?
No.
Well,
come on. Who weasels their way into every big show we do?
Francis.
No, I think Francis stopped wrestling.
So we should get him back on.
Kwee-wee.
No.
Wait, someone weaseled their way into a show?
Oh, Miko.
There you go.
That's it. That's it. That's
United States citizen Miko Maestro.
Yes, U.S. citizen Miko Maestro. Of course he's going to be a part of the 700th episode.
Good for him, man.
He wants to show off his
Maruka-kun.
Ludwig Borga trading card collection or some weird.
Sounds amazing.
Some weird shit. It's fucking 3 cards.
Kokun kayon.
Yeah, Kunka.
I still have Mascon Pizza bookmarked on my fucking computer.
I think someone was like, "Oh, we should get Miko out to wrestle in New Jersey or something," and my response was, "I'll take things I'll never do for 500."
Yes, I recall that quite vividly.
It just happened like a week ago.
Oh no, you've done that a few times. You've probably just forgotten.
Well, he fucking booked himself to wrestle in my front yard. I didn't sign up for this shit.
Well, maybe it'll keep my wife distracted from watching the young boys playing football. I don't know.
Unlikely.
Maybe you should, keep your wife distracted from that.
Oh, Margie, zoom off.
Jesus.
Let her fucking socialize with the other people.
What do you mean with the other people?
Yeah,
Like,
she doesn't have to hang out with you and the kid. You gonna bring your dumb kid again to the barbecue?
She had no interest in any people except for the ones across the road on the damn
All right,
rugby
so let her
field.
fucking cross the street.
She had fun talking with Christy and Rhiannon and
There you go.
Anne and all the other ladies. And
Yeah, let her go across the street and play with the young boys.
no, stop it.
Why? We can make a Margie YouTube page next. Could Jay pay her?
You know, you dirty motherfucker.
Me? Oh, also, wait. I love
Oh,
how you
here
tried
we
to throw
go.
me under the bus last week with your mother when you played those very inappropriate sound drops.
That was all you, dude. Don't get me in trouble with
I don't
Diana.
have those. Yeah, like your mother's gonna fucking download and listen to this dog shit. I don't have those drops.
I'm on the show.
I have those drops.
I'm backstage. So get off.
Nice.
Wait,
real
who is
nice.
that?
Who is that?
Wait, who is that?
See, I got
Wait, who
two.
is that?
When the handsome Kevin, someone sucking my dick played, and then my mother goes, "Who's there?"
It's not big.
Yeah, really, Ma?
Is it really?
Yeah, of course it is. It's handsome Kevin's.
Listen, you keep laughing. I'm getting off of here, right? You didn't make me do this. Let me see.
I never make you do anything you don't want to do, Diana.
I pulled this one, but then
Oh,
I didn't
did you?
realize
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize I already had one of these.
What's going on?
So I didn't want to have two. What's going on?
I'm covered up tonight.
I got a sexy nightgown I can wear for Matt.
Oh my God! Yeah, what's your mother doing?
I got a nightgown.
She's a single woman.
Here you go.
Yeah,
a
but
double T.
I
I think we got another one for 700 here.
You guys rule. I'd love to be a guest on an upcoming episode. All right, Corey. We'll DM me, buddy.
Tony.
Send a dick
Whoa.
pic too, Corey.
No,
He
no,
loves
please
the
don't
dick
send it.
pic.
He loves them.
Loves them.
At Wizards Podcast.
He'll rate it for you too.
Fuck yeah, dude. Show us your cocks.
That was your mom.
Hi-yah! It's okay to be accused. That doesn't mean you're guilty.
I got my nightgown on.
I'm all covered. Well, you're naked?
I'm watching my stories.
Come on, you got clothes on, don't you? Nice, real nice. Good Lord.
HK.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You
let's get to
seem to be
this.
a little perturbed about all this Ricochet talk.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired of it. It's so, and I think it's part of it's the I don't want to say that it has much to do with Ricochet as much as it does to do with fucking fans.
Fucking fans. Yes.
They're the fucking worst.
Let us fuck the fans.
Since we've
Fans in their
heard
nightgowns.
that he's not re-signing or he's given them, let him know like after it expires he's walking away, which is fine if that's what he wants to do. It's okay. The man's been there for, is it 8 years now? I think it's 8 years.
Yep.
8 years. He's been the Intercontinental Champion. He's been the Speed Champion. He's been the United States Champion. He's been the North American Champion. Won the SmackDown World Cup. And you hear people say like, oh, they didn't do right by him. Oh, WWE failed Ricochet. The other thing that I fucking love, and it's always these fucking assholes that don't actually have anything constructive to say, but they want to have an opinion and want to sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Well, they just don't know how to book him. No, fucking asshole. You've never booked a goddamn thing in your life. You don't know how to fucking book something. What you mean to say is I don't like what they do with him. Ricochet was never going to be your world fucking champion. All right. They have 2 world fucking champions. All right. Ricochet was never going to be one. He was fine at the Intercontinental level, and that was where he was going to be. All right. He is an open the show guy, get the crowd off their feet. He's not more than that. Saying I like Ricochet. Talented performer, but let's be fucking realistic. When this shit happens, it pisses me off because all these fans that all of a sudden they just want to dump and make themselves feel like their fucking opinion fucking matters. It doesn't. All right, your opinion doesn't matter. And when you say stupid, silly shit like they just don't know how to book him, you sound like an asshole. I know you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. You fucking don't. You fucking don't. Shut it. I'm tired of this shit, man. You hear people get released. Oh, WWE didn't do anything with him. They didn't know what to do with him. They didn't know he got released. They didn't know what to. Fuck you. Fuck you. You've never booked a goddamn thing. You don't know what to do about it. You just want to have an opinion. That's fucking it.
I'm going to chime in right now. And I honestly, I agree with you, HK. Like, I agree 100%. Ricochet was, now I don't remember exactly, Matt, you might be able to help me out with this, what kind of run he was on when he signed to NXT, and he's not Will Ospreay, right? Like, he doesn't have star power like Will Ospreay has star power. Did he have that then when he signed?
No, I think he might have been the Dragon Gate champion.
Well, don't forget too, everybody salivated because he had that flippy-do match with Ospreay that everybody lost their shit over.
Dude, I couldn't agree more. Like, listen, whatever reason he wants to leave, like HK just perfectly said more than I could ever do. Yeah, go. All right, that's fine. You're not the star that you think you might be. Now, I beg everyone to bet on themselves. Believe in yourself. Do that. All that stuff is fantastic. But listen, to me, honestly, Intercontinental Championship was a reach for him. Like, it's just like he's good. He's a great wrestler. No one's ever going to take that away from him. But, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know what you think you are, but you're not that. You're not Drew McIntyre. You're not CM Punk. You're not Roman Reigns. You're not John Cena. You're not even, like, you're not Dolph Ziggler. Like,
nope.
Just like, whatever.
Are you saying
he wants to leave? If he's not bitter and he's just leaving because he wants to leave, awesome. Rock and roll.
Buck zoom off?
I don't think. So I think you got. So HK is complaining about the fans. KJG, I think you're complaining that Ricochet thinks he deserves better.
I don't know the whole story, so I don't know why he's leaving. I saw what he that he was just gonna not renew his contract, right, and he's gonna leave,
which is fucking fine.
Yeah, of course. Look, man, go do your thing. I don't.
Well, he didn't. He didn't say that he was unhappy or anything, did he?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah. All right. So that's fair.
I think his contract expired before he went to WWE. He was doing a lot of stuff in New Japan, Lucha Underground,
like Puma or something, or
Prince Puma. Lucha Underground. He was King Puma, Prince Puma,
one of the two.
Oh, like the NES guy,
Prince Puma. He was Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. Look, man, like, yeah, look, good for him. Like, he's gonna go. He's gonna do his thing. I don't know, man. He's not world champion material. Like, people need to fucking like pump the brakes. Like, he's gonna go places. He's gonna have like really cool matches, but like that's it. He'll show up. Maybe he goes to Japan. He's in Best of the Super Juniors. I'm sure he'll do fine. He'll show up in AEW. He'll have his match with Will Ospreay that everyone will hate, who is a traditional wrestling fan.
And then he'll wind up like everybody else in AEW, and everybody will be like, Tony Khan's not doing him any favors. And
he'll be alongside Tony Nese.
None of this is shitting on Ricochet, by the way. Like, this is not a shit on Ricochet session. It just is what it is. Like, I don't know what you want.
You know, he's no fucking spring chicken. He is
37, 35.
He is.
He's
He's
still
been
a
in the
spring
business.
chicken if he's 35.
He's 35.
Yeah.
Not when you wrestle that style.
No.
Well, the first impression I got from him when he made it to NXT was that flip he did over the top and landed at the feet of what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Alistair.
No, Velvet McIntyre.
Oh
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream.
Oh yeah,
Well, dude, look at his spot with him and Logan Paul at the Rumble. That was incredible. The guy's got it all, but just not.
No, and to that point, that it goes along with, like, if you're going to talk about just Ricochet as in ring and not like going back to my original point, like at no point ever have I been emotionally invested in Ricochet.
Yeah,
he does some cool things. He does some really cool things. He's super athletic, but at no point was I ever emotionally invested in Ricochet or a Ricochet match, which is also why I'm pretty much never invested in AEW.
Yeah, there's no reason to be.
None.
And I think that's where he's gonna go, and he's gonna have those matches. He's gonna have those matches in TNA. He's gonna have those matches in AEW. There'll be crazy matches, but I don't know if there'll be anything to get people to sink their teeth into. It'll just be, one camp of people will be look at this amazing Ricochet Will Ospreay match, and then there'll be this other camp that like this looks like gymnastics, this looks choreographed, and it'll be all the rage in the IWC.
Has that outcry been that bad, like about him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every once in a while, that clip will surface of him and Ospreay from Best of the Super Juniors, where they go move for move, and it's like 50-50. Somebody tweeted.
I mean, like him leaving. Like, has the WWE shaming been that bad?
I've seen a lot of it. And it's fucking ridiculous.
But that's what they do.
It's fucking silly.
People are silly.
Yeah. Yep.
People are silly, but I don't think people thought he was going to be on Raw tonight, but then I see reports that he won't be on Raw tonight. So,
yeah, I'm sure Raw will miss him.
I do love that HK's allocades for Ricochet included the Speed Championship. Who's got that belt now? Fucking
no idea.
Andrade, right?
Yeah, he won it. It's one of his accolades.
Let me ask you guys this. We had Kate on last week to talk about the free agency.
We sure
situation. Did. Do you guys think it's weird that like the WWE is releasing like when these guys are like officially done?
No, I think
it's not something. It's not something they've ever done before. It's like, oh, Chad Gable's contract is up on June 8th.
It's chatter. They want to get people talking because they want to see what the interest is in these people.
Are they doing that?
Yeah, they did it.
WWE's releasing it.
Well, they did it with Becky Lynch. They did it with Claymore. Now they're doing it with Chad Gable. They've been doing it a lot lately.
Now, are they responding to reporters' questions, or are they just releasing it on social media?
The WWE is releasing it. Like they're releasing that information. It's weird. Something that they've never really done before. So it just, is it them creating buzz? Is it a tactic on their end to kind of put this person in a position where they feel like they have to re-sign? I don't know. It's just very not like Vince kept everything real close to the vest.
Mm-hmm.
I think they put this stuff out there knowing full well that these people are going to re-sign.
You think this is a Triple H move?
Yeah, I think it's more just to generate buzz because it's like, Claymore's going into a match. Is he going to win? Well, he might be leaving. We don't know what his contract status is,
Right, like Chad Gable's going to Clash at the Castle this weekend, another pay-per-view we have to pick, where he challenges for the IC title. Like, does he walk out champion when he has no contract?
Yeah. Like they did with the damn Dudleys.
Them damn Dudleys.
Remember that?
And ECW, right? And then what was it, Raven and Tommy Dreamer?
Yeah, and then Raven went to go walk his dog, and I looked like an asshole.
Yeah. You want to know who looks like an asshole?
Who?
Love to.
Please tell me Chris Jericho.
No, dude, I love the Learning Tree. It's so fucking bad that I love it. It's
I agree. It's got its moments. I think that Keith, what's his name, being there helps it
Brian
immensely.
Keith?
Yes. I do feel like maybe they should have given that to somebody else rather than Jericho. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it could go further than what Jericho's doing with it.
But
Like,
who would fit that role though?
I don't know. Edge, Christian, who gives a shit?
Christian's already like the top guy, and Edge is hurt.
Give it to Luther.
No, fuck Luther.
No,
I don't think it stands the same.
Luther's marrying a friend of mine. They just got engaged.
Luther's like my age.
Yeah.
Who's he marrying?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, come on, dude.
Hopefully it lasts longer than the Mark Jannetty marriage.
Well, that was Missy's fault.
Yeah, I don't think Missy's a real ordained minister or whatever she was claiming to be.
So I watched AEW is like this weird. Like I watch. And
It
some
was
things
fucked up. It was. I didn't watch it all. It was fucked up this week.
The Wednesday show was garbage except for the main event.
Well, I didn't get that far, so it was garbage to me.
Swerve and Roddy was Roderick Strong is super duper underrated. I think he's fucking awesome. Look, man, if you're gonna do whatever you want. There was a story with the Blackpool Combat Club and the CMLL guys. It went back.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody.
But look, if you're gonna have this 8-man tag match, just either have it by Lucha Libre rules or no tags. Aubrey Edwards is standing in the ring looking like a complete fucking dope. Dudes are just running in the ring, attacking each other. Then they're making tag. It's fucking garbage. It's
Sorry, I'm doing an
hot.
Aubrey impression.
It's hot garbage. It was rough.
Wait, Double T, are you saying the rules matter?
Absolutely, the rules matter, man. Look,
attaboy.
In one fell swoop, an illegal man comes in the ring, super kicks another dude, hits him with a DDT, whatever, runs out, and then the guy that just gets attacked gets up and he tagged another dude in. Well, why didn't one of his teammates just jump in and fucking fight? Because there's no one to stop him. It's complete fucking pandemonium. None of it makes sense. It's just, it hurts my brain to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tweeted, I said, maybe I've been spending too much time with HK, but these tag matches are out of control.
Yep.
Mark, guess what, guys? Mark Briscoe's the Ring of Honor World Champion. You know how many times he's defended the title since he won it in April?
Yeah, Wednesday.
No, he didn't even defend it. It was a TNT ladder match qualifying bullshit. He hasn't defended the title once, and he hasn't been on TV in 2 fucking months.
I thought Brian Cage was done. I thought they took him off TV.
No, Brian Cage, he's a
signed him.
contender. Brian Cage, he can wrestle Swerve for the world title. He belongs in the ladder. He's a contender. He fucking loses. He loses every fucking match he wrestles.
And he
Same thing
should.
with fucking
He
Luchasaurus. Same thing with fucking Rocky Romero. Stop putting on these fucking bullshit matches with this stupid eliminator bullshit. It fucking sucks. It
And so
sucks
does
a dick.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy eats one too.
Fucking garbage. Look, if I want to watch 2 fucking girls make out in a wrestling ring, I'll text Tony and he'll send me to that weird 4chan channel where we watched the dude fuck the chick in the wrestling ring like 4 years ago. This Tony Storm, Mariah May, Mina Shikakawa, whatever the fuck are, like, they're rubbing each other's tits on each other's faces.
Yeah,
what
what
are
the
we
fuck
fucking
is that?
doing?
Well, that's because Tony Khan books for the sickos because he's a sicko.
Didn't one of them smash tits with legit Layla a few weeks ago?
I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, what the fuck are we, dude?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. 1 week Dynamite's good, Collision's good, Rampage is good. The next week it's like
Rampage is never good.
Dude, did you watch that fucking Penta Takeshita match from last week?
No, because it probably sucked a fat one.
No, it was fucking good, dude.
Suck a fat one. Fuck off.
WWE
wants to say, yeah, fuck them too.
Good. I'm sure they can do something with them. They know what the fuck they're doing over there.
New WWE Speed Champion.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? The timing is actually kind of coincidental. Ricochet is gone. Let's go get Penta.
Oh my God, he's going to be the newest member of the LWO.
MJF is back. That's great, but like,
yeah, but why Roosh? Why? What is this?
I don't know. He has to beat somebody.
Duke it the
Roosh. And Roosh is like, I've been here for months. I haven't seen this fucker wrestle in like a year.
To me, that's the Cody Rhodes AJ Styles thing. Even though they've done a tremendous job with that now, but to me, like MJF Roosh is Cody Rhodes AJ Styles on.
And do you really
AEW.
believe who's with Don Callis? It's Takeshita. Do you really believe he's scoping fucking Mark Briscoe for this TNT Championship match? What are we fucking doing? What are we doing?
Do I believe that Don Callis is?
Yeah, but who gives a fuck? And it's Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe is your Ring of Honor World Champion. Why is he challenging for one of these secondary belts?
And why is Takeshita dressed like Toadstool?
Not a secondary belt. It's levels above the Ring of Honor World Championship.
I get it, but if you're trying to put forth that Ring of Honor is still a fucking viable product,
They've given up on Ring of Honor.
They might as well have their world champion is only wrestling on AEW TV.
Their world champion hasn't been on TV in 2 months, and then he shows up and he's in this ladder match now.
Have fun, Ricochet. Have your match with Will Ospreay and get paid to do nothing. Go for it, brother. I will never dissuade anybody from fucking whatever their hustle is to make as much money as they can. But if that's what you want, man, go for it. Have at it. Crush them.
Crush them.
Take that fucking money.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
somebody told me Rio's living with Kenny Omega. Is that true?
She's on his live streams, apparently.
Well, good for him.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I like Rio.
I don't know.
What about the Queen of Piss and Shit? Is she coming back?
Maki Ito? No, that ship has sailed. She's doing fucking death matches.
What about the chick that used to pull the invisible rope? The Mizunami, Rio Mizunami. She don't come back no more?
I don't know where she is either.
What about Venny, the dude that was wrestling like a woman?
I don't know, man. That's all that they're not on. I don't know.
I remember that tournament. Remember when the fucking referee was dressed up like a
I remember when they were trying. Yes. And Hikaru Shida won it anyway, or some goofy like that.
Yeah, and her and Ryu Mizunami, they were like pointing at each other, and then they started slapping each other, and they were giggling together.
And why do we have to? Why does Hook always have to be in a fucking tag team?
Because that's what he do. I don't mind him being with Samoa Joe at this point. I really don't.
He's with Samoa Joe and Shibata.
Why is Shibata there?
Shibata's been there forever.
Oh, fuck me running,
He's been buddies with Hook.
And they're teaming up against the fucking Smart Mark and fucking Tony Nese and come on, man.
I mean, could you give me something I don't give a shit about?
And Tony Khan is there for every show, but the fucking Elite is still allowed to book shit. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. It's like, am I supposed to throw a fucking parade that Wheeler Yuta's back? I'm sorry, he does nothing for me.
You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll read the Discord this week. Somebody will join in AEW chat and tell me how great it is. I'll feel better about myself.
Cool.
I don't know.
Oh my God, Mike Peterson. Do you even fucking know who I am? If the wrestling's bad, of course I'm gonna fucking yell at it. Like, this guy don't even know me. I've done shows with you, dude. You can't come on here like you didn't know what to expect. Sorry, here I am, baby. Come and get me.
Oh yeah.
So and look, I'm just gonna. I want to put this out here. I don't give a shit about Forbidden Door.
I don't care either. What fucking door?
I really don't. Like, there's nothing.
You don't care that AAA and CMLL are allowed to appear together now on shows?
Look, I'm sure that'll.
It
I'm
doesn't
sure that'll
make like your fucking faucet in your toilet.
I'm sure that'll make for some interesting matchups, but like, sorry, I don't understand the booking of Swerve Ospreay. I don't.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Swerve's gonna lose, bro. Swerve is gonna lose.
Well, you can't put Ospreay in there and expect him to lose. So yes.
Will Ospreay.
Isn't Ospreay heading out?
No,
he heads out every week.
No, I thought he was taking time off. Yeah.
He took a fucking week off. He's not taking time off.
Yeah, he was only.
I'm pretty sure he's taking time off.
No, he's not. It was only like a week.
Not.
He clarified, bruv.
He was not there last week.
Yeah, take a week off, bruv.
The whole Swerve title run has been an absolute failure. It
pulled the trigger way too late.
No, I don't know. I don't know if the trigger ever needed to be pulled. I don't think Swerve is your main company's world champion. I don't think he ever is, ever would be, ever was. No chance.
I think that a little bit more build would have helped it. I think a little bit more chase would have helped him.
And Mercedes Moné is going to win the New Japan Women's Strong Championship from Stephanie McClure.
Yeah, good for her.
Who fucking cares? Take the QR code, shove it up your ass.
Did you scan the QR code?
No!
I couldn't-
God damn it.
I couldn't scan it. I was watching on my phone.
You out of your fucking mind? This QR code, so you could be in the, what do they call it? The fucking
The money club, bro.
The money club. You're gonna go to the bank, right? You're gonna be the money club. You're gonna be the bank. Maybe you can win a chance to meet her, and she'll send you special shit. Yeah, you get 40 people sign up for that bitch. God, it's just fucking.
No, dude, those fucking Mercedes Moné stands are out there, bro. They fucking probably flock to that shit. I don't, dude. She's
good
bad
job.
at the-
Good job for ringsidenews.com. They put a picture up with the QR code, and the fucking code is half cut off. Good job, assholes.
Why are you going to Ringside News? They're the fucking worst.
No,
site
because
on the planet.
they're the only site that actually has part of this QR code. I want to scan it and see what happens. Is this anything like Heels?
You could only be so lucky. They're gonna, if you win the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, you get the title shot at All In at Wembley this year.
What if that's where we see Natty Neidhart end up? She didn't sign yet, did she?
Oh, she's staying with WWE. There's no way she'll leave. Come on. She got a job for life, baby. Why would you give that up?
You know who is WWE bound?
Oh,
Maki Ito.
Hikuleo.
Oh no, I didn't see this.
Hikuleo.
I don't even know if he put it in the notes. I know he finished up at Dominion this weekend.
So I wanted to make sure like I saw everything I needed to see before like any kind of spoiler stuff went out there. But I did see his photo on Twitter, so I guess that makes sense, man. They haven't even debuted Jacob Fatu yet. This is gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, man. The
Jacob Fatu's got to come back when Roman comes back and be the heavy for Roman. That's what they're gonna wind up doing with him.
Ultimate Bloodline at the fucking Survivor Series.
Oh, that's what it's gonna be. But I just want it to be Solo, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu against Roman, Jimmy J, and Sammy. Like that. I for some reason I want Sami Zayn back in this. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want him back in it.
It was unbelievably entertaining.
Yeah.
They're gonna put Alpha as the fourth man.
Manu?
No, Alpha, like real Alpha, like old
real
man in the fucking wheelchair Alpha.
I don't know if he's in a wheelchair anymore, Tony.
What's he in a bed?
I think so.
Really? It's that bad, huh?
He's like a zillion, dude.
Well, I understand that. Are they? They're both still alive, though, right? Both Alpha and Sicko.
Yes, sir.
I believe so. Yes.
Well, if they have it in Saudi Arabia, they could book Yokozuna, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So look, Ricochet, free agent.
Yeah, good for him.
Maybe Chad
AEW
Gable.
sucked. Yeah,
Maybe
wonderful.
Chad Gable's a free agent. Natty maybe a free agent. Hikuleo's a free agent. And this brings us to today. 28 years ago, Kevin Nash shows up on Monday Nitro.
Check the adjective.
Oh, stop it! I knew you were going to.
You guys think any of the free agents can make an impact to the level that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash did, or was CM Punk the last one?
AJ Styles pretty good. Coming to WWE.
What about Roman Reigns? What if Roman Reigns went to AEW?
Oh, we're talking about future stuff.
Yeah, like who? Like we're at a point where now you're going to see guys in the WWE whose contracts are expiring and they can go the other way, and AEW guys can go the other way. We saw Cody do it, we saw Punk do it, but is it as paramount as when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall did it?
No. Hogan before that, but I know we're talking about Kevin Nash's debut, but Hogan going obviously is the main one.
Yeah, but Hall and Nash going, that was the perfect storm. That was absolute everything. The stars were aligned. The universes were one. Like everything was perfect for the two of them to jump. And then plus they were bolstered by Hogan turning, which was the icing on the cake.
I mean, with this relationship with WWE and TNA, I feel like if Ziggler comes back and all of a sudden makes a splash, like that could be huge. Like that, like I feel like Ziggler still has that cult following that he could possibly like do some serious damage and make a big impact. That's tough, man. Hall and Nash were like 2 in a million. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
I think like to make that same type of impact, you almost have to go with two guys. Yeah, man, like you have to do, because you had the first surprise, and then you had the mystery to linger into the next mystery, which ended up being Hogan. So you almost have to do two. The guy that pops in my mind is, well, two actually, The Miz, because that would be shocking for absolutely every wrestling fan, and whether you like him or you hate him, The Miz showing up would definitely do something. Now, would it
for
be
what? For where? He's still under.
No, I'm saying if he was a free agent, him showing up in AEW, if kept under wraps, would be insane. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like that's one of those you don't believe. The other guy that comes to mind is Randy Orton. Those guys are guys that you believe are lifers in WWE. I think that to make any type of move the needle impact, you have to have one of those type of guys.
Oh my
So
God.
I got 3 off the top of my head, Matt, right now. And 2 of them are female tag teams. If the Bellas come back, I think that could create a lot of buzz.
The Bellas?
If the Iconics make a return,
The Iconics?
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying it would be interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be fucking Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Dude, if we're talking like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash level.
There's no answer then. What
Bro,
are we going to do?
The Iconics are definitely on that level.
You guys are out of your fucking ball.
Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
Yeah. Then there's no answer. Then the answer is no. Then and the conversation ends.
They got me feeling oozy, bro.
You don't think Randy Orton and The Miz showing up in AEW would be pretty fucking groundbreaking?
I don't know about The Miz.
I thought we were talking about people that were actually available.
Probably Randy Orton. But here's the problem. What do you do with Randy Orton if he goes to fucking AEW?
Well, I mean, now we're going down a fucking rabbit hole.
Is he going to fucking be like
hypothetical
question?
question?
He's going to have to get kicked by fucking Okada and these fucking jackoffs? Like, what do we do with him? Oh, he's going to wrestle Edge again for the 400th time so they give the greatest wrestling match ever? Like, no. It's going to be fucking Aubrey Edwards just staring at him going, duh, duh, duh. Fucking Malachi Black's going to sneak under the ring. He's going to blow Gangrel while he's down there. And fucking Luchasaurus is going to hit 75 fucking pile drivers on him on the concrete. And he's going to kick out at 2 and hit an RKO 1, 2, 3. And he's going to take his $5 bazillion paycheck, put it in his pocket, and go home. That's what's going to happen. And the same 800,000 people that watch every fucking week are going to tune in and go, Randy Orton really sucks, doesn't he? Why aren't we pushing Swerve?
So, Matt, answer your own question. Out of the people that are available, who...
You know, Randy Orton's pretty good, but he's no fucking Will Ospreay, huh? Get out of here.
No, there is no. I don't think there's anyone that moves the needle.
So that's not a fun talk. But if there's anyone that's available that you think
Dude,
is like
the Bella Twins, the Iconic.
And then you didn't let me get my third one, which I can't even remember now.
Please, come on. You got to remember.
I can't even fucking remember.
Tell me fucking Moolah and Mae Young.
Elegance by Ash.
No, I didn't like that, by the way.
Lacey Evans?
I was going to say
would Becky Lynch showing up in AEW do anything?
Yeah, but the women's division is shit, though, so she'll show up and just be another also ran. They'll have her fucking feuding with Nyla Rose and Rio, for Christ's sake.
No one going to AEW will do anything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But like so my line of thinking was people coming back to WWE. Like that was my line of thinking. Like people that were actually available going somewhere. Like I wasn't thinking about Randy Orton or The Miz because they're signed to WWE. I thought we were talking about people that were in like the free agent like pool in like the real world, like in the indies and shit.
Punani.
Punanis.
Whoa. What if the Undertaker showed up?
No chance. It wouldn't do a goddamn thing.
Why he could be part of Scooby Doo All Elite?
Right.
They give him some shitty pro wrestling tees t-shirt. And
He got paid $10,000 to say that.
Scooby Doo All Elite. Matthew Birch is in agreement with KJG. The Bellas are a much bigger draw than you all give them credit for.
Well, only one of them is a bigger draw. The other one's like normal size. You can look, but you can't touch. No, this is kind of weird. Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Before we wrap up, Death of WCW, what did you guys think of the first episode?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Liked it.
I thought it was kind of cool when they were showing Bischoff like talking inside his own head. I was like, that's a little different. Okay,
that was the best part of it.
I'm really interested to see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the next episode. It got a lot of heat like online for weird shit, like having fucking The Rock talk on the show. It's like, what's the problem with having The Rock talk on the show? I thought Conan was very entertaining in the show. It is going. Yep, O'Brien, of course. Conan. Turns out I was actually watching Conan Must Go. That was on my bad.
No,
but it was fun. I thought it was a fun watch. I am interested to see how it plays out because there's different perspectives everywhere.
I'll never get tired of watching stuff about WCW. I'll never, ever, ever get tired of it. So it was awesome. And now, if you guys haven't, Eric Bischoff does an immediate live YouTube show after it, so you get his take on it afterwards. So it's that's a must watch too, because he's been there. It's just, yeah, I agree. Love the show.
Yeah, they got a lot of interesting talking heads to sit down and do this. Some of the behind the scenes people that you've only heard about through the Bischoff podcast or the Nitro book. I love that Guy Evans is involved.
Yep.
Janie Engel.
Yeah. Janie Engel's there.
That's a first.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of I also saw a lot of hate. I also saw a lot of, I guess that Tuesday morning they put out the that teaser with all the backstage footage from the last Nitro, and a lot of people got real fucking little antsy about that. Because if you know the I guess at some point they were supposed to throw back to WCW so they could give like a proper goodbye. And once the feed went to the WWF, they didn't throw back. So there might be footage of WCW production people losing their fucking minds because they never went back to WCW so they could do like a proper sign off.
Why do you need a proper
look, I don't know, man.
It's the end of a fucking era, dude. They probably should have.
Yeah. Look, you saw when fucking Vince took over Black Saturday. Like, those people lost their fucking minds. That was the only wrestling they knew. Like, an institution was going away.
Yeah. I think the nail was in the coffin. If they don't realize that it's a job, like what do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, come on. Like, nothing's all roses and fucking daffodils all the time. Like, fucking just cut the head right off and let's just go.
It's over.
Well, that's all Vince gave a shit about because now he owned Shane wound up owning WCW.
That's true.
But I kind of get it because they wanted to progress the story. Like now what's going to happen with WCW? It's going to be part of the umbrella. Now Shane's running it. I get why they did it that way, but it would have kind of been, nice. And didn't they air like the final episode of like Saturday night, like that week?
Worldwide.
No, Worldwide.
That was it. Yeah.
Worldwide was the last WCW show to run.
Ain't that crazy?
That's great.
Listen, I get emotional watching wrestling all the time. Like I watch like on my YouTube, like my playlist is literally like Cody Rhodes winning the belt, CM Punk coming back, Owen Hart stuff, Eddie Guerrero stuff. Like I get I like to get teared up when I watch my entertainment, but I didn't need that. Like, come on, WCW, get out of here.
Do you
Aces
watch the
and cases,
92
my man.
Rumble with a tear in your eye? Woo!
Woo! The greatest night in my life.
Put that cigarette out.
Holy hell.
So I think we're gonna get a lot of Goldberg and Vince Russo in this second episode.
Oh, I can't wait for them to fucking rake Vince Russo over the coals.
Did you guys see the tweet that Ric Flair put out?
Oh, Ric Flair can go fuck himself.
Who actually killed WCW?
Jim Herd, dude, that's
He wanted me to be Spartacus, so I drank a lot and cried. Woo! Woo wings!
God damn it.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, special thanks to Lord Crewe for joining us.
Wait, you got to do it right. Special thanks to Lord Crewe. I don't know. It was Australian, not really
fun.
British.
That was
We had a good time.
That was terrible.
That wasn't Australian either.
Well, that's what it was. It was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Terrible.
We got Clash at the Castle this weekend.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
And Impact Turning Point, which isn't a pay-per-view, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
We're
what
not
happens
picking
there.
it.
We're not. No, we're not.
Against all
Relax.
odds.
Oh, it's not Turning Point?
It's not Turning Point.
Turning Point.
Turning point.
Sorry, Against All Odds on Friday night, so that'll be fun.
Who's Phil Collins singing the theme song?
He is. Take a look at me now.
Oh,
yeah.
And then Clash at the Castle Saturday afternoon.
I believe.
Oh, Saturday. You can catch me in the main feature down in Richfield, Minnesota.
Oh, you mean the Big Macho Man?
Yeah, dude. Macho Man. Come on. That guy looked like...
You asked him who other people have told him who he looks like. Somebody has asked him or said that he looks like Macho Man. He didn't say, I look at me. The main feature, yeah. That's not what he did.
He looked more like Sal the Pal.
And you ghosted me last week, HK. I asked you, like, make sure he was okay. We beat the shit out of that guy.
I'm fucking
He gave as good as he got, bro.
He knows what he does. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he had fun.
All right, just want to make sure he had a good time. We beat the shit out of him.
No,
I'll
we
smack him
did.
in the balls for you.
Don't touch my balls. No ball
No, I'll
touching.
smack him in the balls.
Yeah, him in the balls.
No, I don't. We're done
Double
with
T
him.
wanted me to touch your nuts. Right?
I'm good with him.
And we're good with all of you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week when our guest might be Corey Castle. We don't know
We
yet.
got a hand job Kyle next week
Yeah,
for HJK.
Can we plug stuff? Are we plugging anything?
You could plug. We could plug KJG's birthday coming up on Wednesday. If you're on the
That's
socials,
right.
make sure you hit him up for his birthday. And he's going to be at Coochie Coochie Calandras on Wednesday as well.
Thank you very much, Tony. That's right. This Wednesday night, June 12th, my actual birthday. Legit, birthday. Kujina Calandra.
Do you have?
Oh, do you have a working birthday?
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a working birthday.
Maybe he does.
I know sometimes when you celebrate, you don't celebrate on your actual birthday, but I'm celebrating on my birthday. 216 Route 46 East Fairfield, New Jersey. Call for reservations. It's free, but you should make reservations because it's gonna be packed. I'm bringing the house, baby. What's going on here? Oh. Oh, well, thank you. Sweet.
Is that Rhiannon singing?
You're funny. That's what it. I actually got this out of the back. But Zoom off fan.
That's what plays when he drives around your neighborhood.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't care. Don't come to my show. I don't give a fuck. Let's get out.
Enough of that.
Let's go.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network.
Is this
Your
the updated
executive
one?
producers are Manny Kretzo and main event Mike Peterson. Our producers are Kate Hensler, Matt Garifo, Hi Fi, Tom, Ryan Schlong, Brendan Haney, Al Day, Kathy Hummer, William Mercier Jr., Michael Hammond, David Henry Bauer III, and Keith Parker. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
Matt Beasy.